Yeah, I think I heard enough. Fuck it. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm grateful we're doing this album though, because that's like people kind of forget about this album over the years.
Long overdue.
Yeah,
Long overdue.
I really wanted to do it like for Halloweenish, but it was just like
Yeah.
my time was just so limited at that time.
We should have did that.
Yeah,
What did we do for Halloween? We did what did we do?
we did a Ghostbusters month, and then we did a few horrorcore reviews.
Should have did
A
that.
lot of stuff got rescheduled because it was just out the timing and stuff, because it was homecoming and shit.
Right.
But I did find an R&B anniversary we can do today too, so that's
All right.
cool.
Big anniversary. Let's see what albums came out on this day.
Got one banger that came out
Only
from
one.
a
You
legend.
only got one. Oh no.
Yeah, because R&B, I can't really find no good R&B. Because this one I was supposed I found yesterday when we did the Prince album, but
Mhm.
Instagram wanted to give me some shit last minute and stuff. You know how that
Only
goes.
one, huh?
Yeah, everyone needs to leave Rosie Perez alone. If she wants to be a boxing commentator, let her be.
You sound like crap though. You
I feel like this is the age of the woman.
sound like crap.
She wants to choreograph, act, whatever she wants to do. That's Rosie Perez. That's a legend.
Yeah. You sound like crap.
The memes was what had me rolling. Okay, track listing for Ice Cube. A new album came out.
Did you see that track listing?
I saw that. Man, I had a way better Kumudi costume than this. Anybody could have pulled that Big Daddy Kane costume. I'm sorry. I'm gonna send it to you. Hold on.
Latin lingo, baby. Latin lingo.
Cypress Hill.
Dell the Funky Mississippi.
You said who?
MJG, No More Glory. That's today.
We were supposed to have done a review on that album too.
The Weekend Warrior, Biz Monkey. I actually like that one, even though it wasn't great.
You actually like which one?
Weekend Warrior.
Oh, I hated that album.
Yeah, I know you didn't like that one. Terminology. He had a good album.
Mm.
Havoc. I didn't like the Havoc album though. That what's that
The
shit?
13 one?
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
I actually like that one. Oh
That
wow.
was 10 years ago. You like that one?
Yeah,
I didn't like the production on that one.
understandable.
Um,
Understandable.
Dave East and DJ Drama. I don't even remember that mixtape.
Dave East done shit with everybody, so it's hard to
Yeah.
judge.
Dave
Ooh,
East.
we do gotta talk about the Karma album. We do gotta talk about that one.
Who? Oh, Davies.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I heard Nas is gonna do a documentary on Bushwick Bill and Cypress Hill.
Really?
It's part of the whole Hip Hop 50 series that he's working on with Mass Appeal.
Wow.
I could have sworn there was a recent documentary on Cypress Hill.
Yeah, we did the review on it. That was a Showtime one.
Right. Okay.
It was great. It's at 920 views right now. It's going to 1K soon.
Salute.
Well,
Q
a
said I heard
documentary. Who else is doing it like us? A hip hop documentary? Come on.
right. I really want to do a breakdown of the Beef series one day too.
The Beat series?
Yeah, you know when QD3 dropped them Beef
Oh
documentaries back in the
yes.
day?
Yeah. I used to have those DVDs too. The Beat series. That was dope.
The first three beefs, those were my favorite. The fourth beef was trash.
Oh yeah.
Too many shit on the South and stuff. I was like, okay, niggas, all right.
Yeah.
Q said, I heard there's a brand new Mac Miller album coming out this year about that. Try. They showed a trailer for it last night at Tyler the Creator's concert.
I didn't even hear about that balloon. Was it Balloonism album? I don't how much stuff did he leave behind? Because I only hear about was the Maclib album. He had an album with Pharrell that's not released. I didn't hear no. I don't know about this album.
I actually heard about rumors that he was dropping a posthumous album. To be real with you,
No, but he has more than one album that's done. But this one, I don't
oh,
know about this one. I don't know nothing about the Balloonism they calling it.
balloonism. Okay,
Yeah, the Maclib we heard about, and then the Pink Slime album he was supposed to drop like back in like I think 2010, 2011, and they were planning on coming out with a clothing line, but Pharrell got busy, so that never happened. They only released 2 songs.
the boy Frost always busy.
Yeah, he was busy doing Happy and shit like that.
Right, they're making movies on Legos.
Yeah. Oh man, that part. So yeah, I don't know about this. I want to know exactly how much music did Mac Miller leave behind before he died.
I'm gonna start in about 5 more minutes. Hopefully, they don't alter that bullshit.
Right? Just keep it the way it was intended. And she also talked about she got beef with J Lo.
Oh, I already knew that.
I didn't even hear about that. When was that?
This was around the time when In Living Color. I think they
Oh
around
yeah,
the In
that's
Living
right.
Color
They
days.
were fly girls. That's right. I be forgetting because J Lo's so bigger than them now. It's like you almost forget.
I know Jamie Foxx also had an issue with J Lo too.
Yeah, crazy.
Um, what's his name? Jonathan Majors and Megan Good are engaged now. That's interesting.
I heard about that. And there was a rumor that they broke up and now they're getting married.
Yeah,
That shit
somebody
ain't
made up that
happening.
rumor just to be funny. Yeah, that's what's up. Black love. That's
That
his
shit ain't
credit
never
Scott.
happening.
That's his Coretta, man.
Yeah.
You call me Detective Alex. Kim Kardashian recently made headlines talking about it's hard being a single parent because I'm raising all these kids by myself.
Yeah, well, you should have thought about that before you open your legs. I know how many kids you got? 4 kids?
4 kids.
I know people with 4 kids right now that's doing it, that's making time. So
Right.
I don't want to hear it. No
I know people with
excuse.
4. I know people with 5 kids that's making it
Right.
happen.
Exactly.
Little boo
What's her
hoo.
name? Kiki White got like what 15 kids, and she
She got
out here doing it.
she got a whole Noah's Ark, B.
Yeah, 15 kids, and she out here doing it. So there ain't no
Well,
excuse.
maybe she want try to fuck every black man. None of this will happen and shit.
Exactly. Mike was good, bro.
What's up, Mike?
Yep.
Maybe she wasn't trying to open her legs to every nigga from Ray J to
Exactly.
Kanye West to Reggie
That
Bush.
part. That part.
I heard Jay-Z's apparently coming out with some new music too.
Is it? We've been hearing that for years.
Okay.
I'm not
Don't
excited
follow
because
me.
Jay last couple of albums been trash.
I disagree. 444 is dope.
Well, 444
I'll,
was alright.
I'll
It
defend
was
that.
that
I'll
was
defend
alright.
that album today.
I won't. It was okay.
I'll
That's
scream
that's
it.
the modern day reasonable doubt for these young kids that wasn't around to hear that shit. Oh my God, it's a classic. It's
I'll
great.
scream it. I'll scream it to the rooftops.
Yeah, there were other albums that came out that was better than that year.
That's true.
It's a five night classic. They were comparing that already, ranking it with the best Jay-Z albums. I'm like, oh, y'all nuts. You know, y'all nuts. Y'all volume that ain't touching volume 2 or Blueprint.
Oh my god.
What is he gonna rap about? What, working under Roger Goodell, the white man for the NFL? What's he gonna rap about? I want to know.
You could be rapping about some shit. You never know.
Yeah, you can't rap about selling drugs and Marcy Projects because he ain't there no more. You know, what's he gonna rap about? Going to Diddy parties and being a part of the Illuminati? I don't know. I'm just saying.
What's up, Romeo? He said, I never heard nobody say
They have
444.
I've seen rankings where niggas, as soon as it came out, niggas was ranking it right up there with the best top 3 J albums. I'm like, y'all are crazy. Never. Not even now. And how many years it's been? Has it been 10 years for that album or no?
Not yet.
Nah. Not even in 20 years it's gonna be one of the best Jay-Z albums.
I personally feel one of his best post retirement, in my opinion.
That's
Especially
not
when
saying a lot. He hasn't had no. I mean, other than that, what's his great post retirement album?
American Gangster.
That was before he retired, though, right?
That was after he
Was
retired.
after he retired? All right. Well, American Gangster to me is better than 444.
That I agree with. I agree with that.
Yep.
Unpopular opinion, and this is way unpopular. I would even say Watch the Throne with Kanye.
That was dope.
And shit.
But that's a collab album, like, you know, R. Kelly, Jay-Z. That's a collab album.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, I mean, I don't dislike the R. Kelly Jay-Z album like I did years ago, but give me Everything Is Love over the R. Kelly albums. I'm sorry.
What? Get the fuck
Give me
out
the
of here.
Carter's Everything. Yeah.
No.
That was not garbage. Stop
Get the
it.
fuck out of here. The fucking country album is better than that shit.
Okay, now you
I like her country album. I'll play the country album before that shit.
You ODing with that.
What?
You ODing with that, but you ODing. I like the country album too, but Everything Is Love. Come on, nice.
I didn't like that.
Ape
I didn't like none of that.
Come
shit
on, ape shit.
No, I don't care.
Ape
Pharrell
shit.
did that. Pharrell should
Some of Jay-Z and Beyonce's best collabs.
Timberlake and
some of Jay-Z and Beyonce's best collabs. And you know, I'm not a fan whenever Beyonce and Jay does music together, but come on. Give me
so you like that shit compared to Upgrade and compared to Deja Vu?
Oh no. Hold up. No. Deja Vu and Upgrade You? Come on. No. Those are classics.
You saying that's some of the best? You saying that's some of the best?
I know what I said. I know what I say, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go as far as say because Deja Vu, when that shit came out, the whole fucking world stopped. When the video came out, I remember when I fought that shit for the 106 for the first fucking time and shit like that. One of the best music videos ever. Hell, if you want to take it to American Gangster, that song Pray. Beyonce, she does like some spoken word shit while Jay-Z's rapping. No one talks about that shit right there.
Right. I didn't like it. Not at
all.
Hell,
give me Crazy in Love too. I'm sorry. Give me Crazy in Love.
That's a classic. That's a classic record.
That's iconic.
That's a classic record.
But to me, the Everything Is Love album hits differently to me. I don't know what it is. It just hits
I didn't like it. I don't feel like that. I feel like they could do so much better than just that.
You know what? I might actually do a breakdown on the whole trilogy, the Lemonade, the 444, and the Everything Love. This not a review because I think we already done a review on. I don't think we did Lemonade review, did we?
I don't know if we did Lemonade.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. That whole trilogy, man. The whole game didn't know what's there. Notice how ever since that trilogy happened, everyone wants to talk about their relationships and the albums.
Right.
Like Big Sean and Jhené Aiko came out with that 2088 album.
That was good.
I would even say that's a classic. I don't even
good, and I'm not even a Big Sean fan, but I like Jhené Aiko on it. You know.
See, even Romance said those are dick riders, not real fans. It's a dope album, though.
Ain't no way. They did this when King's Disease first came out, the first one in 2020, and they were already ranking it with the best Nas albums. I'm like, bro, like people live in the moment. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that with music or with anything. Like we gotta just sit back and let life and time take its course.
Right.
You know, nobody was saying, oh, the minute Ready to Die come out, oh, this is the best shit since, Big Daddy Kane or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we didn't do all that.
All right. Well, I'm ready to talk about this. I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, you two? How y'all doing? This your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy trying to building with me.
West Side. It's a West Side day today.
Yeah.
Rocking my Dodgers hat.
All right. And the album anniversary I want to do is Whitney Houston's My Love Is Your Love album. You know what I'm saying? This came out November 17, 1998. Technically, this is her fourth studio album, but I would even say this might be like a seventh album overall because I consider like the soundtracks, like the Bodyguard soundtrack, Waiting to Exhale, like pseudo Whitney albums.
No, she only had like 2 songs on Waiting to Exhale.
But she did produce. She executive produced that shit. Her and Babyface.
What that mean? Was she really producing, or they just gave her that credit?
I mean, she was the reason why she wanted Babyface to have all them people together. I mean, I would say the Bodyguard.
Bodyguard. Yeah. There was still various artists on there though.
Yeah, but she done production on almost all the songs.
Oh, Whitney was making beats compared to Buffy, who didn't do shit, and he just took credit. Wow.
Whitney was making beats and also
Whitney was making beats. That
don't
even sound right. She was making beats.
The Bodyguard was her baby. Let's not. Come on now. That was her baby right there. That's why. But back to the subject. All right, fuck it. Before we get too technical. So this is her first studio album since I'm Your Baby Tonight. Her best album in my opinion. This is like her comeback album. A lot has happened in between then and that time. She did the national anthem. She married Bobby Brown. She started doing movies. Pretty much started breaking hella records and shit like that. She was just becoming an all-around entertainer. It always started around this time too. I mean, I think she had to talk to Clive Davis and stuff like that too. Clive was like, you need to come back on. You know what I'm saying? So that's when she came out with this album right here too. Now, I'm going to be real with you guys. This is definitely one of the albums that actually got me into Whitney Houston in the first place and stuff like that too, because I remember when a lot of these songs came out, like the title track, My Love Is, We'll get into him. Heartbreak Hotel. Oh my God.
That's my dream.
Yo.
Love that song.
And this is what I loved about Whitney Houston. She was not afraid to collaborate with like the younger artists that came after, because she always gave love to like Mary J. Blige, Faith Evans, Kelly Price, of course Brandy, and stuff like that too. Brandy was her baby. I'm gonna be real. Brandy was her fucking baby. Heartbreak Hotel, Soul Shark and Carlin, another dope underrated producers. When You Believe with Mariah Carey for the Prince of Egypt soundtrack. Cause the media was trying to make it seem like they had beef with one another and shit.
Right.
It's not right, but it's okay. I mean, that whole song right there is another classic Whitney track, in my opinion. I Learned From the Best, Until You Came Back. I mean, she had the creme de la creme from Babyface, Soul Shark and Karen, Rodney Jerkins, Missy Elliott, Mr. Wyclef Jean, and stuff, who actually done some dope ass production on this album. Like he did the My Love Is Your Love, which that beat, I mean, it's a simple beat, but at the same time, it's still Nas. Like I wish he would have gave some of that shit to a certain rapper, but that's another story for
the Pras could have used that. And Cannabis.
Pras could have used a lot of beats, man. We still, I do want to talk about his first album at
No,
some
you do
point.
not. No, you do not.
I want to get it, but I'm only going to talk about it if I get.
Oh my god, no!
Just to complete the whole Fuji's first album, to say I did that shit.
I'm taking. I'm gonna drink some honey that day because ain't no way I'm getting through that whole album. No. Wow.
Hell, either that or the John Wonder album, the John Forte album.
John Forte album I actually like. I have that one. Poli Sci was slept on. I blame Columbia. Columbia didn't promote it because they had DMX out at the same time. I think that same year.
Right.
So a lot of those artists got they didn't get no promotion. But John Forte is dope, definitely.
Okay, we can do John Forte then.
Yeah.
Until I get the Pras album, that's cool.
Yeah.
But back to this.
Nope.
But back to this album. And it's kind of crazy because they actually delayed the Greatest Hits album. Because y'all know the whole Whitney the Greatest Hits that came out in 2000, which that also has some new songs too. I mean, she had a song with George Michael on this album. What's that joint? I forgot the name. Oh, if I told you that, that was a big song at that time. She had a song with like Enrique Iglesias, which I never cared for, to be real with you.
Yeah.
He was always a Latin lover kind of guy. I never like he was like a Latin Pepe Le Pew. He always reminded me of a Latin Pepe Le Pew.
Not Pepe Le Pew, man.
Then he come out with that song, "I Can Be Your Hero." That song, I hated that record. Oh my god. He also dated J-Lo at some point, right?
Did he? J-Lo had everybody.
I could be wrong, but
I want J-Lo now. She look funny.
No, I'm good on J-Lo. I used to want, but if it was 90s J-Lo, then yeah, give me 90s J-Lo.
90s J-Lo? You don't like 50s J-Lo?
I mean,
she in the best shape
J-Lo
post, crazy.
J-Lo post 08, I'm good on that.
What?
I'm good on that.
Have you seen her lately for 50?
Yeah, she's always been pretty, but she's not like a diehard. I'm just gonna drool over J-Lo. I'm not like one of them cats though. I mean, she's always been pretty, but she's not my type though.
She ain't type. What's your type?
You said what?
What's your type?
I know I have different types, man, but it's just my instinct. It's my instinct that's telling me it's trouble.
Yeah. You know? So you gotta stay away from the chicks that's trouble. They got too much drama in their life.
Yeah, man.
I had to get rid of one today because she got too much drama.
Or text me about that because I gotta text me about that. But back to the main point. Because I know we got to do this Cypress Hill album, but so this album got like 7 nominations and stuff like that. I think she only won 1 Grammy, and that's for "It's Not Right, But It's Okay," and that's actually her 6th and final Grammy award. That's crazy, but I think I do have this album somewhere. If not here, it's in my sister's collection. But what do you think about this album, though?
I didn't hear the whole album. I remember this joints. I for some reason I thought the Q-Tip joint was on here. Was it Fine? Just Fine? You know the joint I'm talking about? Q-Tip did a joint for her that was released as a single.
I never heard that song.
I thought it was on this album though. It might be the album before, but yeah, My Love Is Your Love. They definitely played that a lot. Wyclef, surprisingly, a hit record, but he was still good at this point. This is like post Carnival. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Heartbreak Hotel. I love that song with Kelly Price, severely underrated. Faith Evans, I've always loved her stuff. So you got 3 talented singers, on a track together, and then they did the video in like Miami Beach, and she's wearing like the mint coat, and that was a classic record. Definitely enjoyed that. It's Not Right, But It's Okay. Love that song as well. So this, she had big hits on this latter album of hers.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I love this whole era of Whitney Houston. I don't know why this whole era of Whitney it's always like a nostalgia kind of feeling.
I think another thing is they managed to bring Whitney into like the modern era of R&B at that time, which it's hard for a lot of 80s artists
Right.
to to transcend into like a different era. It was hard for, you know, the Gap Band and Cool in the
Oh God.
Gang, and
Oh
a lot of
God.
them, a lot of them tailed off after the, you know, during the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for them to get back into shit like if it came out in the 90s or 2000s. But I think with Whitney, she had the right producers and songwriters around her that it was like an easy transition.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about them Cool in the Gang records from the '80s and shit.
Yeah.
Ugh. But that's what everybody loves, them joints though. Everyone loves Joanna for some odd reason. But yeah, man, I definitely feel you about that. She definitely. I feel like this might be her last keyword great album because I didn't care for Just Whitney. I didn't care for that one. The I Look to You album was okay, but other than that, I mean, this was like her last, what I say, classic album. But yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Q said, "What do you think about the Prince Greatest Hits compilation from '01?" I did not like that compilation, to be
The
honest
Prince,
with you.
the Prince, what Prince doing?
The very best of Prince that came out in '01.
I don't think I heard that.
It's pretty much greatest hits, but they didn't pick like a lot of the greatest hits from the fans that loved it. It's like the mass public greatest hits and shit. But
Right.
honestly, the only Prince compilation I would get is the hits and the B side. That's pretty much it. What's up, Miss Mari? How you doing? All right, back to the main subject. So today's review we're gonna do is Cypress Hill with the four album. This album came out October 6th, 1998 on Rough House, which is under Columbia Records. As usual, DJ Muggs did the production. Cypress Hill consists of members Sendog, Be Real, and DJ Muggs. You know what I'm saying? Singles album is known for are Dr. Greenthumb, Tequila to Sunrise, and Audio X. Guest appearances include MC8, Baron Ricks, and that's pretty much it. All right. So we've talked about Cypress Hill a lot in the past. You know what I'm saying? My fault. The first album, the second album, the third album, we talked about them shits. We did the review. We did the review of the documentary and stuff like
Documentary
that.
was great. That is that is the first time I ever did a documentary review, and it went to like almost 1K. So people fuck with Cypress. That just letting me know that they fuck with Cypress. So
Oh yeah, that means we should see them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame at some point.
they need to be there now.
Exactly. So after the release of Temples of Boom, Cypress Hill, they were kind of like taking a little break from music and stuff like that, focusing on solo ventures and shit like that too. Also around this time, they were still kind of like in their beef with Ice Cube, but they squashed that beef like around '97. You know what I'm saying? I know they did a song with on the Shaq movie Steel soundtrack. I was like a whole posse. I've talked about the whole Cypress Hill Ice Cube beef on my channel, so y'all can go check that out. Also too in around that time, Sendog formed his own rock band called SX10 and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That same year, you know what I'm saying? They actually dropped an EP called Unreleased and Revamped with like rare remixes and stuff like that, which I need to get my hands on that album, to be real with you. But that album is kind of hard to come by in this day and age and shit like that too. I mean, it's not like expensive, but if you want to find it in stores, like good luck with that. Also, too, you know what I'm saying? In 1997, DJ Muggs, he started doing the whole Soul Assassins series, and he dropped the first Soul Assassins Chapter 1.
Yes, classic.
You know I'm saying classic one.
Love that.
Yeah, that's definitely dope too. Be Real on the other hand, he was also busy and shit like that too because he had his own group called the Psycho Rem. You know what I'm saying? Which technically they formed in like '89 and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because it consists of members like Big Duke, Sick Jackin and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? And Be Real saw Psycho Rem performing, and he wanted to join the group, so they dropped the Sacramento dropped their first album, the self-titled, excuse me. I heard of bits and pieces of this album. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I liked it. You know what I'm saying? But I had to re-listen to it because it's been years since I heard it. And they were supposed to have came out with a second Psycho Rem album, but Duke tragically got shot in the neck and stuff like that too. And it left him paralyzed from the neck down. So that's tragic as hell. You know what I'm saying? Also around that time, to be real, he was also in like the super group, the East Coast West Coast Killer. From Dr. Dre presents the Aftermath. With RBX, Nas, KRS One, classic track in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Also, what I forgot to mention was the fact that Sendog, he actually was tired of the touring and everything like that too, and he kind of wanted to take a break from Cypress Hill, which prompted them to do solo work in the beginning and shit like that too. And he was going through a lot. He actually had to get help, like therapists and therapeutic help and everything like that too. So he ended up rejoining Cypress Hill, and so that's when they actually wanted to work on his next album called the Four album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then this album came out right here. Pretty cool album cover. It has like the whole skull and bones and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Love that album cover.
Yep.
That's what the booklet looks like.
And then they re-released the album, and it had like it was like the album cover was like bright green.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer the original album cover more, but
I like the bright green. Those it gives like a more effect to the album cover.
Right. Alrighty. So I pull up my notes. So this album has about 18 tracks. Yeah, 18 tracks. And we're gonna get started with the first song called Looking Through the Eyes of the Pigs. One of my favorite tracks on this album, to be real with you. And definitely love this banger right here. So if you guys listen to a lot of Cypress Hill stuff, whenever they talk about pigs, they're actually talking about the police and everything like that too. Nasty Cops. This is pretty much part of the whole series that they did, which began with the whole pig song from the first album. I love the beat to this, the dark beat and everything like that too. I feel like it definitely complements with B Real's unorthodox style, in my personal opinion.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This song right here is definitely ill as fuck.
Yep.
And shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So he had a line, B Real had a line where he says, "Drug abuser, drug deals, and the gang banging, piece of the shit who should be on a fucking noose hanging. These days you can't tell who's who in the world. Is that a whore or is that an innocent little girl?" And stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So is it the best of the series? I feel like it's among the best. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's definitely among the best, just by the energy and B Real's rapping, Sendog's ad-libbing, and of course, DJ Muggs' classic beat. I say it's one of the classic Cypress Hill songs, in my opinion.
Definitely loved the beat. It reminded me of Pigs. That was the first track on the Cypress Hill debut album with the police. It's like the police calls, the snippets from the police. And you have B Real talking about crooked ass cops and how people view them. And he said, "No one gives a fuck about me. I'm slipping into darkness. I'm coming to grips and feeling heartless." And the only thing I didn't like about the song was that, like, B Real is rapping, and while he's rapping, the song fades out. So there has to be a full unedited version of the song where we fully hear his whole verse at the end of the song. And I don't know why they would do that. But Muggs has to have that, like, a unedited version somewhere.
He definitely got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Track number 2, Checkmate, is pretty much Sen and B Real going back and forth. This song is definitely a banger, in my opinion. It kind of reminds me of something the Beastie Boys would have done for Ill Communication, just with that mid-tempo rhythm, that whole basement kind of bass line that they would have done and stuff like that too. And I know that Be Real and Cypress Hill, they did the So What You Want remix, the Soul Assassins remix, but I fucking love that remix. They did a snippet of that when they were on the Arsenio Hall show, which that performance got them banned because I think Be Real lit up a blunt on the stage and some shit like that too.
That was on SNL.
Arsenio Hall.
That wasn't SNL. They didn't get banned from SNL for that.
Oh yeah, they got banned from SNL too. I forgot about that. Oh shit. Yeah. Damn, Cypress Hill didn't give no fuck.
I didn't care. Checkmate. This should have been a single. I don't know if it was a single. It should have been a single though. But this was fire. I love the bass line for this. The piano, Send Dog and Be Real definitely did their thing on here lyrically. And yeah, this is one of my favorites on this album.
I agree. Yeah, it's one of my favorites too. Like I said, the first half of this album is just banger after banger. The second half, we'll talk about the second half though. But next song, From the Window to the Room. Very dope track. It's right about this point where you get a little experimental, Be Real, bringing out the strings more and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying? Which he did that a little bit with the Temples of Boom album, but not frequently. With this one, he definitely added like a lot more start synths and strings here. Definitely a banging ass song. I love it.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites as well. Definitely the eerie melody, the beat, the bass line, the synthesizers. Send Dog to me killed it on this one. You said some shit ain't what it seems in the land of dreams. Some sell their soul just to get the cream. From the teens, I don't sling or slang no cracks. I'm known for bringing in funky ass rap. Seagulls Magazine cruise. Now I'm about going to dull interviews with these damn prima donnas. Love to the verse. That to me is one of the best Send Dog verses on any Cypress Hill album.
I agree.
And then after the song goes out, you got like a weed deal going down. It sounded like a bunch of, I don't know if was it Cheech and Chong on there? It sounded like Cheech and Chong.
Let me look it up. Hold on. It did sound like Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, they doing like a weed deal or whatever, and that was the end of it. I don't think we really needed that part on the song, but
hey, just to remind motherfucker they smoke weed, I guess. Hey,
we already know that. Every album they remind us that they do it. They were at Smoking Grooves tour. You know what I'm saying? So
right. All right, next song, Prelude to a Come Up featuring MC8. One of my favorite tracks on this album as well too. MC8, Cypress Hill. I mean, they've done stuff like on the unreleased EP before. They've also appeared on the Posse Cut. Get the Fist with. That was pretty much like the West Coast rappers like Ice Cube, Cam, Yo-Yo, doing something in response to the whole Rodney King beatings and stuff like that too. This joint was fire as fuck, Real and 8, going back and forth. I love the line where MC8 said, "These bees, the three amigos, skates with nickel plates. Under the sea, we goes, East Coast, West Coast, anybody killer. South assassin, get the cash and smash the room. Who spits the Glocks like Uno and Dos, making your body disappear like a ghost." Man, and it kills me when people say, "Oh, DJ Quick killed MC8. MC8 wasn't the same." MC8 was still dropping heat after the whole beef. So he was death threats, last man standing. Come on, man.
Which way is west? Come on.
Ooh, I need to get I was just thinking about. I was honestly just thinking about that album.
What we doing here? We talking hip hop or not? What we doing?
Yeah, because niggas act like I love Dollars and Cent. That's a classic diss track, but Death Wish 4 though. Y'all niggas sleep on Death Wish 4. He had some lines for Quick. He went really deep on that shit, but the hip hop blogs, which I hate, the motherfuckers. The white people in glasses write about hip hop.
Yeah, pigeons and planes and all that other bullshit.
Yeah.
They don't know shit. They need me on their platform. They don't know shit.
Yeah. Except they're too busy gossiping about Diddy and shit.
Exactly.
Oh Lord. But yeah, I like this record.
This should have been a single too, for sure. You know what I mean? Because you already had MC8 on the Throw Your Set in the Ear remix. You know what I mean? And you know, Muggs, I believe Muggs did Hit the Floor. I think that was Muggs that did that from that album. I know Muggs did something some stuff on that album.
Did he do Hit the Floor? Hold on.
Might
Let
have
me
been
double.
Mavs. It was one of them. But I know Muggs did some stuff on that album for 8.
That does
That,
sound
that
like a
album was
Muggs
fire.
beat.
Huh?
That does sound like a Muggs beat though. Hold
But yeah, like MC8 definitely killed it. I love the Mobb Deep sample in it on the chorus. The beat was fire. You had 8 saying, you know, follow my flow, get the cash and go. Call my homie B Rizzy in Mexico City. Loose lips, sink ships, faker faces got guilt. Didn't mean to call you late. I need a hideout tilt. I loved his flow and back and forth with him and Be Real was dope. And you know, just the you know, 8 was also on the Soul Assassins Volume 1 project. So
Right.
this was a bang. It should have been a single too.
Yeah, man. By the way, it was DJ Slips that did Hit the Floor.
Yeah, Muggs did production on that album though.
On Music to Drive By?
No, the solo joint, the solo album. What's the solo album he did after We Come Strapped? What was the name of that one?
Death Threats.
What was the one after that?
Last Man Standing.
I think Last Man Standing. He did production on that one, if I'm not mistaken. That one I
Yeah,
heard. I was like, yo, this production is dope.
he did. He
Yeah,
did Can I Get Mine? Got Your Thumping.
yeah. That album was fire.
Yeah, I actually heard that album recently and stuff like that. Yeah. I feel like that's maybe his second best next to We Come Strapped. But
Really?
again, yes.
You didn't like Death Threats?
Death Threats is my third favorite, but I'm gonna be real with you. Death Threats took me a while to really get into and shit like
Right,
that. I'm gonna be real.
right.
But those first 3 MCA albums,
Uh-huh.
classics.
Right.
I have to hear everything else though. But I did hear Which Way Is West. I liked Which Way Is
That
West.
was fire. Definitely.
Yeah. Him and Primo, man. That's
Yep.
all right. Next song we got is Riot Starter. One of the more heavier tracks on this album. This sounds like something they could have done on the first album, in my opinion.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Very dark and grimy and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I love this one.
This was definitely an aggressive type of track. You know, the beat was fire. You got some scratches, some guitars in it. This could have fit on Skulls and Bones. Definitely would have fit on that.
Mm. Next track, Audio X featuring Baron Wicks. All right, so this Baron Wicks guy, I think he's like an affiliate. I know he's like on a lot of this album and shit like that.
Right.
I can't really find a lot of information from him, but I guess he was just an affiliate and stuff like that. If y'all know some more information about Baron Wicks, let me know. I'll do my best. I'll do my best to do what I can do and shit like that. But other than that, this one right here was pretty dope. I don't really have that much to say about this record right here, but it's pretty dope and shit.
I like the beat. I don't like B Real's fast flow in it though. Cause him and Baron was doing like some fast flow
Yeah.
type of style. I'm like, nah, I didn't care. I don't think if it was needed on this song.
Yeah, I mean, Be Real, he's not really. I like Be Real, but he's not really the best when it comes to fast rapping, especially when your voice is so high pitched up and shit. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? But that's not a bad thing though. You know, that's not a bad thing.
Right.
Next track is called Steel Magnolias. You know, that's named after the whole chick flick that came out in the late '80s, which I fucking hate. Um, this one was cool. Not really one of my favorites either, to be real with you.
That clip was that from Dog's Day Afternoon or from Godfather?
I want to say Dog's Day Afternoon.
Yeah, 'cause I heard Al Pacino's voice in that. I think that was Dog's Day Afternoon as well. That was a great stuff on movie. The beat was fire. You know, Baron Ricks. To me, he sounded like Exhibit, like young Exhibit when he was on his paparazzi shit. His flow sounded like Exhibit to me. You know,
I
but
can see what you're saying.
it was cool. We starting to get into like the album filler section to me. Cause there was album filler on this whole shit.
Yeah, it's like this album's weird. It's like it's a roller coaster of quality once we get to this round right here.
It's
But
18 joints, but there's album filler in the middle.
to me, the worst track. Oh my god! I remember that freak bitch. Oh, I'm gonna be. Me and Troy were just talking about this before we went live. Cypress Hill cannot make great love songs. I'm sorry. No, they made love songs to weed though, but they can't. First of all, the beat. I had a double check to see that was really DJ Muggs that did the beat, because it sounded like they were trying to do some thug, crunked up shit. I remember that freak bitch up in the club. Like, really? Like y'all doing club songs now? So, pretty much with this song, it's talking about this girl that used to sell some dope and shit like that too. And Be Real is just reminiscing about this chick. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I feel like Baron Ricks was not really needed for this track.
Yeah, he wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? He really was not needed. No. If this was just a Be Real solo joint, I could have still loved it because he has some okay lines though. But the line he said, "Yes, since I seen the Queen of Green on the screen, so I stepped up to the screen door like a dream, or better yet, like a fiend needing a fix. She wasn't like other chicks pulling tricks on a scheme for the chips." Is this a love song, or you just want this girl's weed at this point?
Is that like the best Be Real impression?
I can't go that high. You know my voice deep as fuck.
Right. Oh man.
That's like, is this a love song, or you just want this girl for weed or some shit? Like,
right. Maybe both.
Oh my goodness. You know, I mean, it's not the worst Cypress Hill song. I'm gonna be real with you, but whenever they do songs for the ladies, cause I know they did a song back in 04 called "What's Your Phone Number." I'm just like,
I didn't like that either. No.
Oh my lord.
And they have a video for that too.
Oh my lord.
On the Cypress Hill Greatest Hits DVD.
Brought to you by FYE when they used to have hip hop.
Exactly. Relax.
Oh shit. But yeah, I think this is like my least favorite joint on this album because there's some other weak tracks on this song on this album, but we'll get to that. This one, I don't know, man.
Did not like it. And then there's like an interlude, like a instrumental after. The instrumental joint was cool. They should have used that for like a full song or just like, you know, one of those random Muggs interludes on the Cypress Hill album like you did in the past. But I didn't care for the song. I don't think it was needed.
I agree.
You know, so
because you know back in the 90s, motherfuckers always had to have that appetizer beat either before or after the main source and shit.
Right. Pete Rock did it. Primo, you know.
DJ OG did that shit too. Next track is Going All Out, Nothing to Lose. I mean, this was a cool track. I liked it better than the last one, but you can tell they rehashed a few ideas because it sounded like some shit that they would have done maybe for Black Sunday,
right,
and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I could have done without that. Thank you, Q. I just saw that video you sent me.
It was okay. I didn't, you know, nothing. It didn't stand out to me.
Right. Now, possibly my favorite track on this album, Tequila Sunrise. Yo. Okay, so I think I found. So Baron Ricks is from this group called Call of the Wild, from what I looked up.
Oh, that's the group that remember I sent you the unreleased album that Muggs did? He from that group? Yeah, because their album for whatever reason never came out.
Yeah, because I know they named that Call of the Wild. That's also an Outkast song and shit.
Right, on their first album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, Tequila Sunrise. Yeah, this is actually my favorite joint on this album. Excuse me. The beat is like some Latin psychedelic kind of shit that they were doing. It's not all the time Muggs really goes to that fucking sound and whatnot too, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I love the flow on this one right here too. This is actually one of the few tracks that I didn't mind Baron Ricks on and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? But this is all Be Real show, you know. The bitter taste of the mezcal, free warm shit, dropping a lesson. He slapped my face. He said, "Listen, pay attention, brother. You're my ace. With don't even question. Just do what I say, and you'll be rich." Like, I don't know what the fuck he talking about on this record, but I fuck with it though.
Yeah, you know, and you know, what person don't like tequila, right? So the title is dope. You got Latin flavor on it with the horns and the Spanish guitars. Beat was fire. It definitely a different sound for Cypress Hill as releasing a single, and the video they're like on tour and they show them going from city to city and meeting up with like Flavor Flav and other people as well, and they just doing a whole bunch of different things on the tour bus, and I enjoyed it. It was definitely a different sound, for them with this single.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. Next song, Dead Man Tell No Tales. Love this track right here. Mostly love this one for the beat, to be real with you.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone else did their thing, but I feel like Mugg stole the show with that fucking beat.
Yeah, this was banging. Definitely had a really eerie melody to it. Beat was fire. I thought it was too short though. It was only like maybe 2 minutes long.
Huh.
You know, kind of a short track.
Definitely. Next track is called Feature Presentation. This is a posse cut between Baron, Rex, Chase Infinite, and Be Real. Um, I didn't really care for this track to be real with you. It was alright.
Yeah, it wasn't a great collab to me. And I've heard Chase Infinite on other stuff, and he was better. I didn't feel like I didn't get like a great collab from them on it. It's just like they're just
Right,
going through the motions.
right. Again, like rehashing ideas and shit.
Hmm.
Next song's Mr. Green, Dr. Green Thumb. Again, another weed song.
Boom.
I know this was a single and shit like that too. This one was okay as a single. You know what I'm saying? The video was weird as fuck though. I ain't gonna hold you. The video was weird as
He was
fuck.
good.
Yeah,
Boom.
but
Dr. Green.
but yeah, this one right here was pretty cool and shit.
I love when B Real actually dresses up as Dr. Green Thumb like on tour, and with like the whole doctor outfit and everything, and it was dope. This was a single also, and you know I love the video. It gave me like Little Shop of Horrors. Remember that movie? It was like that,
Unfortunately,
like you know what I'm saying, and I loved it, man. Just that's like his a different character for him, and they got like the pop figure for him is Dr. Green Thumb, and just a dope song.
right. Um, so yeah, man. That's interesting as hell right there. You know, that's his all alter ego. I
Yeah,
know there's a remake. I think there's a remix that he did. No, not with this. I forgot. He did the remix of Tequila Sunrise with Fat Joe.
right.
And
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I remember hearing that too. Like, I mean, I never heard them perform it though.
right. All right. Next song we got is 16 Men Till There's No Men Left. Um, this one was again was okay. Wasn't really too big on this one to be real with you.
It was okay. I like the beat. Had like a horrorcore type of sound to it. You know, really, that's really about it. It wasn't nothing that stood out to me.
Right. Next track we got is High Times. Love that beat though. I love
Yeah,
that beat.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much B. We're talking about how what happened when he first started smoking weed and stuff like that. Which
right.
I could have sworn he did a song like this in the past.
Of course, I want to get high.
Right.
You know,
I mean, again, the production on that track speaks volumes. I do love the production on this one.
this should have been a single too. This I love the beat for this. We got B Real saying I should write a book how to roll it, then pass it, light it, grow it, sell it, and divide it. Doctor Mr. The Green Thumb, Doctor Weed, I proceed to give the hurt man what they need. Love this flow on that. Um, it was every type of solo I'm gonna have a weed song, and High Times. They've been on the cover of High Times magazine more than once. You know, I thought it was a great song.
Definitely. Next song It's called Clash of the Titans. Pretty much what I got from this track is Cypress Hill letting motherfuckers know they're not to be fucked with and
Right.
shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this could have been earlier on in the album, if you ask
Right.
me. But
Yeah.
that's besides the.
The beat was dope. I didn't really care for the song itself. I don't. It was just and then you got like another instrumental from Muggs called Dust, and he actually has an instrumental album called Dust as well. And the beat was dope. I don't know, like it's like hit or miss right now for this album.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay. Um. Next track we got is Lightning Strikes. This is like a more heavy metal kind of song and shit like that too, which I feel like it's kind of like a precursor to the next album, Skull and Bones, which half hip hop, half rap rock, and heavy metal.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was alright.
That's why I said like when you listen to Riot Starter and Lightning Strikes, like they both could have been on Skull and Bones. They had like that
Yeah,
aggressive rock sound mixed with the hip hop, and beat was fire. Again, you got this interlude with Cheech and Chong. After the track goes out, and I don't think the interlude was needed.
I agree. And the last song, Case Closed. Just to be real rapping on the outro. That's alright.
Beat was fire, and then you got Muggs. It was a short track. You got Muggs talking about how you know they were going after like the music critics and the publications. I guess they were giving them bad reviews or whatever. I
Yeah,
mean, it's like you're already on your fourth album. I don't think at this point they didn't have nothing to prove. They first three really solidified them, forever. So I just felt like why go after critics now on your fourth album? You could have did that way before.
right. Overall, this album, this album's good,
Hmm.
but not great compared to the first three albums. I feel like with this album, they were trying to like, they were probably like in a creative rut, and
Yeah.
you can tell they were trying to experiment with some more shit on the next album.
Hmm.
But it's like with this album, it's like conceptual wise, I hate to say it, they didn't really expand a lot with this album compared to like the last three albums because it's like the same go around talking about some gangster shit, weed shit,
Hmm.
yada yada yada, and stuff like that too. That doesn't mean I don't like the album. I fuck with the album, but it's really just it's not as hitting as I thought it was gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? Like the first half of the album,
Yeah.
fire,
It started
but
out
then
strong.
after a certain point, it's like it's equally good songs and mess songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time too, it is still a great album. It still did well for them commercially and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? It still managed to go gold, so they must be doing something right. But I'm gonna give this album a 4 out of 5.
That compared to them selling millions with their first three, that's like a failure, you know, commercially.
Right.
Um, the issues I have with this album is inconsistency with the sequencing, the tracks. 18 tracks. It's hard to do a classic album that's 18 tracks. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they just picked the wrong singles. Like Dr. Green Thumb. When I first came out, I didn't like it, and over time, I like it. But it's still not one of my favorite Cypress Hill songs. But I wouldn't have made that the first single. That was a single. You had Audio X. I wouldn't have made that a single. You had Tequila Sunrise was dope. Maybe that should have been the first single. I
Right.
feel like there should have been other singles on here. The song with MC8, Prelude to Come Up should have been a single. Checkmate should have been a single. High Times. I just felt like it could have been more singles for this album. Um, the whole Cheech and Chong. I'm saying Cheech and Chong. I don't know who the hell it was on those interludes. I don't think that was needed. There's just a lot of album filler on here. It like the first three albums. There's no filler on none of those albums. From the first album, Black Sunday, Temples of Boom. There's no album filler on those albums. This album you get to 18 tracks, and it's like the album starts off strong, and then I want to say like by maybe track 6 is when they started to, take a dive. It was like you had one good song, one bad song, two bad songs, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The even the features like with Baron Ricks from Call It a While, I didn't really care for his features and the one with Chase Infinite. And I've heard Chase Infinite on other great songs. But it was too inconsistent for me on here. And by the album sales, the fact that I believe they first three went platinum, if I'm not mistaken. And then this goes gold. That should really, say something, like, because they were outselling, a lot of groups and being on Lollapalooza tours and Smoking Groove tours and all that. And I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I like the first half of the album. This is like the same issue I had with the Beyonce album, but for two different reasons. Because the Beyonce country album, the first part was country, and then she said, "Fuck the country sound. I'm gonna do my own thing on the second half." But I'm gonna give it 3 mics. I just feel like there's some bangers, and then there's a lot of album filler on here for 18 songs. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I don't think, I mean, for me, when you look at their discography, I don't think they had anything as good since their first three. This is really hit or miss. I mean, after this is what? Skull and Bones. You got Stone Raiders, you had So Death Do Us Part, you had Rise Up. A lot of those albums were like hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? So, but I love Cypress Hill. They're one of my favorites, top 5 all time for me. What they did for Latinos in hip hop and bringing the weed culture in hip hop and crossing over and having like a rock audience, and they're great. They need to be in the Hall of Fame.
Definitely. All right, that's a dope review we did. Let's stay on for a few. What do you think about the Skull and Bones album from 2000?
Are we doing a review on that or no?
I want to actually get that album before we do it.
Yeah, I never bought it. I think it's still available.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? But I mean, I like certain songs from what I remember. But that was when like hip hop was going into like the new metal phase and grunt and collaborating with rock artists and bands and stuff.
Right. Yeah, man. Like I have to agree with you. There's a few songs I like from there.
Mm-hmm.
Some weak songs too. In both discs, it's not just one disc. You know what I'm saying? But when I think about the Skull and Bones album, I think more like that's the second phase of Cypress Hill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because their 2000 shit is very hit or miss for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the fact that they still was putting out material and they were still touring and collaborating with hella artists. Because a lot of 90s groups from their era, they were already broken up at that time. Mm-hmm. Or they couldn't get past their third album or label issues. But Cypress Hill kept going stronger and stronger and stronger. So I can only salute them for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hell, I even like the Elephants on Acid album that they came out with back in 2018.
That was pretty good.
That was very good.
Yeah. They put out a Spanish album, doing like their hits in Spanish and all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember they came out with Rise Up from 2010. That was all right. That was okay.
Yeah, Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine was on that album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever I see a hip hop group still doing their thing, like
Mhm.
Onyx, Brand Nubian,
Oh yeah, Onyx still putting
shit
out
like
heat
that,
for sure.
like I can't do nothing but just to salute them and shit.
Right, they still here.
hmm It was crazy. I was re-listening to Mobb Deep's "Hell on Earth,"
Hmm.
and one of my favorite tracks, "Man Down." I
Oh
forgot
yeah,
they went hard on Def Squad on that track.
oh yeah,
Oh my god, I forgot
hmm.
they went in. That's one of the most underrated diss tracks in hip hop, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like over the fact that the beat happened because Mobb Lee said, "Oh, that spaced out shit." Keith Murray was on that spaced out shit. I mean, Keith. I
Okay.
mean, Keith Murray. He held his own with that
Oh yeah.
beef though. I love
Mhm.
the intro to the Enigma album. He went in on Mobb Deep and shit too.
Mhm. Great album.
Um, yeah, Enigma's fire.
Oh yeah,
His first three albums are
definitely,
classics.
definitely, for
I need
sure.
to get It's a Beautiful Thing. I need to get that record.
I got that one. That we gotta do a review on that one.
Okay.
Definitely gotta do that.
Yeah, man. Let me ask you this: favorite Mobb Deep diss track? Drop a gem on them in the long run or Man Down?
Drop a gem is my favorite on Hell on Earth, so gotta be that.
Really? Oh wow.
Yes. Just the way it start off with the pianos once again. It's the infamous back in the house once again. Come on,
Yes.
man. Come on, man.
And you know how motherfuckers be like, well, they didn't mention Pac by name.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
shit.
said that too on here that they didn't mention Pac. They did the subliminal thing, but we knew who was that they were talking about anyway.
They
You
refer to
know.
him as a bishop.
Yeah, they we knew who they were talking about. So
Man.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
drop a gem on them. That's my favorite
Havoc.
diss track.
Havoc was in his bag on that album. Production
Yeah.
wise, he did his thing on there.
But I also look in the long run too.
That was good.
That's fine.
Yeah, that was good too. Yeah.
Um, yeah, Mobb Deep has some classic diss tracks. You know what I'm saying? They had this one joint where they were going after True Life. I forgot which one that was. Well,
I remember that because he had the beef with Prodigy.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, man. Crawling, I could have. That one was okay. The one against Jay
I
Z.
love the beat for crawling. I don't like the fact that you could tell the beef affected Prodigy because lyrically for that whole album he wasn't razor sharp on that album.
He wasn't.
It was more like Havoc upstaging Prodigy. We've never seen that until that album dropped. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, Havoc. That really should have been a Havoc album featuring Prodigy. You know?
I can't wait till we do America's Nightmare because I have a lot of shit to say about that album.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm. But yeah, man, it's funny because West Coast niggas. I be going to these West Coast. I be going to these West Coast hip hop channels.
Mhm.
I remember when Prodigy died, they was so fucking happy when Prodigy was dying. I was like, y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Not even just West Coast niggas. A lot of niggas were happy Prodigy died. I was like, y'all motherfuckers are just evil.
Yeah. Bugging.
But these motherfuckers had not done shit to you. You happy this motherfucker died and shit.
Hey, when E40 dropped that, you think New York can care? Niggas here can't even tell your E40 song. They not gonna give a fuck. I promise you that.
Like, you know, I'm a huge Pac fan. I'm a huge Pac fan, but even I have to say Pac got dusted on Drop a Gem on him. Even I have to say that.
He do. He do.
And it's hip hop. It's, to be fair, it's hip hop, you know?
Right.
These niggas, just because nigga dead, you never mean on Mortal and shit. But mind you, Drop a Gentleman came out when Pac was alive too. So
Right.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hell, this might be controversial. I even like Biggie's Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, that was good.
Yes.
The whole album.
Yeah, man.
I mean, and again, like he didn't have to say Pac name. We knew he was talking about Pac on that. You know.
Yeah. I feel like that's why a lot of West Coast cats don't like when the East Coast dissed them, because the East Coast, they were, especially in the mid 90s, like with Biggie's and the Prodigies. I would even throw in LL Cool J too, to an extent. They practiced a lot of subliminal attacks, because back in the day, like the days of the fuck Comptons,
Mm-hmm.
the days of the fuck with Dre Day.
Right.
All these cats call motherfuckers out by their names and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck Easy E, fuck all these motherfuckers, fuck. God damn, I'm glad y'all set it up. Used to be hard, now y'all just wet and soft. Like,
Crazy.
hell, Tim Dog literally dissed every motherfucker from Compton and shit like that too. But then
Right.
somehow, some way, the hip hop crowd got more smarter
Mm-hmm.
and shit like that. And so that's when we did the whole subliminals and shit.
Right.
But it was there was West Coast cats that did the subliminals for like MCA, Death Wish.
Yeah.
He didn't really call that Quick's name like that. Corrupt's the whole Corrupt verse on Puffin' on Blunts and Tangeray.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all know about that? The B side of Dre Day. What y'all know about that?
Yep.
Even in the South too. Willie D's "I'm Not a Gentleman"
Mm-hmm.
was kind of a not a diss, but a response to Queen Latifah's "Ladies First" and shit. But he claimed that he had love and respect for Queen Latifah and stuff like that. But
that was like a what do you call one of those slap in the face comments, side remarks or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now when Tweety Bird Loke came out with the diss against Queen Latifah, he called out Queen Latifah's name a lot on that. And so, hell, even Naughty by Nature, when they came after Twister beef with Naughty by Nature and shit, you know. See, they didn't have to say the motherfucker's name because if we listen to the music or we know about the rapper, we say, oh, he's talking about this or that.
Right.
The motherfuckers got to be careful with subliminals because when Nas came out with the message, Pac thought that was aimed at him.
Of course he did.
But it was actually aimed at Biggie and stuff like that too. Talking about
I would have loved to see a battle with Big and Nas. That would have been epic.
Shit.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy.
You know,
I know Nas threw some shots at him at the affirmative action part 2, stuff like that. But the whole Biggie's kicking the door is a great example of subliminals.
Yes.
And shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Your rain on top was short like leprechauns. As I question so-called Willie's rap. That was definitely a Nas line.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Willie Esco.
Yes.
Escobar. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
You know.
Cause niggas at that time did not like it was written and shit.
Really? They didn't like it was written?
Yeah, because at that time, you know, when I talk to like heads and back in the day, or I read like a lot of these articles, yeah, it was written was successful. It was his best-selling album, but the hip hop community, they felt like that was his sellout album. That's why a lot of people they didn't fuck with track masters. They tried to do track masters with like the Puffies and all the Hitmen and all that shit.
I loved it, but you know, like we knew, like, okay, he went mainstream because Illmatic didn't sell, but Illmatic is like regarded as the hip hop Bible. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's like I didn't care if it was commercial. It ain't the money ain't going into my pockets. So I love the album. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like one of my favorites in '96, and it's so crazy now that people didn't like it back then, but now they love it more than Illmatic, which is crazy. Nobody was saying that back then.
Because you know what I think? I feel like with that album, when the late 2000s happened, you had cats like Lupe and Voice the 5'9".
Right.
They would say that it was written. They listened to more it was written than Illmatic and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact
it was
that
a longer album.
It was a longer album. It was a perfect combination between radio friendly and the street shit.
Right.
And hell, I think Rick Ross even said he was a fan of It Was Written too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can tell Rick Ross was influenced by It Was Written.
Yeah, and mind you, the whole
rap and Teflon Don.
Yes, yes, the whole Mafioso style.
Oh yeah,
like that whole Mafioso era is just amazing. But It Was Written. It has some deep shit too that people fail to talk about, like Black Girl Lost.
Black Girl Lost, I love that.
Message.
Definitely.
I Gave You Power. Hell, I got the European version of It Was Written. I got the Silent Murder track.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Don't fuck with me.
He needed more singles off of that album too.
He did. But I feel like the typical singles for hip hop albums at that time was like either three singles and a remix,
right?
And then throw in some shit with a soundtrack. And you don't have to release this song as a single, but you could just release to the radio and shit. You know what I'm saying? But The only looking back now, the only song I didn't care for it was written was that Nas is coming joint.
They don't like that. The Dre joint. Everybody talks about that. I think I might have played that like twice ever and skipped over it all every time I played it was written. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I used to like that track, but then you listen to it, I'm just like, it's a bit too long and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And
I
the
just
beat
didn't
from
like the
Drake,
beat. I just thought I mean this is 96 Dre when he was just starting Aftermath. So it was like I don't want to give him a pass because the year before last you came out with Keep the Heads Ringing. And that was a classic song. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you had what he came out with what's that joint? Been There Done That. I like that joint from that terrible Aftermath compilation, but this is like 96 Dre. So they kind of give him a pass. So I'm like, yo, you did Phone Tap for the Firm album, man. Like, you should have gave him a beat like that.
that Firm album too. Believe it or not, I was actually just bumping that Firm album last week.
Was you? Wow.
Certain tracks like Firm Family, Phone Tap.
Firm Fiasco, my joint.
Ooh,
that's my joint right there. I heard an Eminem freestyle over that beat and he destroyed that beat.
Destroyed as in good or bad?
No, good.
Oh, okay.
Definitely. Phone Tap and Firm Fiasco are like my two favorites on that album.
Q said, I think you should do a beef episode on Tupac and Mobb Deep because that's one always under the radar nobody talks about. I'll think about that. Cause I feel like people don't talk about the full story with that beef or shit.
Right.
But I'll think about that. I'm actually working on a new season of Wider Beef too. So be on the lookout.
I got Firm over China Doll. You already know, Sam. I don't know how this nigga love China Doll over the Firm.
I'll bug you.
Wildin'.
China Doll was way more John Blaze than Firm. I'm sorry.
We got to do that beat battle, that beat album battle.
Okay.
That would be dope. Like the
Text
best like 5 tracks from each album, and have people vote.
Yeah. Okay. Text it to me because I definitely want to do that shit.
I'm team Firm album all the way.
Mind you, I don't care for either albums. I don't care for either albums like that though. But the Firm, I just if it was Cormega, maybe I would have fit a bit more. See, I feel like it shouldn't have not been on Aftermath.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. It's cool that Dre was doing this thing and stuff like that, but I don't know. I just never cared for it.
I just think it was too many hands in the pot. It was Steve South, there was Trackmasters, Dre, Nas. There's too many hands in the pot, and I think that's where they went wrong at, as far as like the album sound. I don't think, even if let's say if Cormega was in it and not Nature, it still would have been a mediocre album with Cormega in it. I don't think Cormega would have changed anything.
True. And it's nothing against Nature too, because Nature's dope. Nature's cool and stuff like. He has some
music. He just released a new single a couple days ago.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that whole Mafioso era, like I even to this day, a lot of people love like certain albums that have released over the previous album, like Fat Joe, for instance. I personally feel like Jealous One's Envy is his best album, but a lot of people these days they go to Don Cartagena, which again, dope album, but that was his Reasonable Doubt.
That was pun. That was pun all over that album.
Yeah, that was pun. You know what I'm saying? That could have been a big pun album.
Definitely.
Like if Pun came out with a second album in '99, yeah, that would have been up there. That would have broken records and shit. Sure. Even though I love the Yeah Baby album. That Yeah Baby album was fire.
Yeah, that was dope.
But yeah, with Fat Joe, I like Don Cartagena. But to me, Jealous One's Envy, man, that album right there, that was a true Fat Joe album, but Relativity didn't promote that album that well.
Facts.
Which is why he left the label.
Crazy.
Who else? Who else had a dope Mafioso album? We already know about Life After Death. We already know about that one.
Cuban Link?
Raekwon, Cuban Links, yeah. That's an album a lot of people taking influence from, the whole Cristal talk, the Wu Gambino.
Tommy Hilfiger, Ice Rockin' niggas.
The whole style of the album. People still try to duplicate it to this day.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was a moment in time that can't be duplicated. You know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers don't even read Tommy Hilfiger no more.
Yeah, because Tommy's a fucking racist. That's why.
Well, hey, I still love Tommy, man. I still love Tommy.
I still like his clothing too, but
we make the clothes cool. It ain't the designers. It's us. When nobody was rocking Tim's and Jabot and fucking Tommy, it was us. Ralph Lauren, we make that shit look cool. It ain't the white kids.
Well, I love Ralph Lauren. Come on.
You know what I mean? It ain't the white kids. White kids could just rock it and they look like some nerds rocking that shit. We make that shit look cool in the hood.
Right. Sam said Coogee Rap Roots of Evil. That's actually my favorite Coogee Rap solo album.
Great storytelling album too.
Yeah, 456 was dope. I love that one.
That one song where he's like talking about how where he had to go rescue the chick. Remember he was sleeping with like his boss's chick or something.
Yeah,
and he had to rescue her like off of like a yacht or some shit. That's
crazy.
That was cinematic. They need to do a movie out of that shit, man. That shit was crazy.
Wow, that's an album that should have been promoted well, but he was on the run when he did that album too.
Yep.
That's crazy. I think. Yeah, because I didn't care for the Giancano story like that from 02.
That was alright. It had some occasion.
And to think that originally the Neptunes was supposed to have done the whole album, thank God they did not. Oh my God.
I can't see Neptunes. I love the Neptunes, but they hardest shit was for the clips. They ain't got nothing else harder than that. And they definitely wouldn't give Coogee Rap no hard shit.
That don't even sound like Coogee Rap and the Neptunes.
Yeah,
really?
it is. He reaching.
Yeah. Well, that was mostly Ruckus. That was mostly Ruckus Records that was reaching.
Oh yeah. You know.
Because that album got pushed back. I think it was supposed to come out in like 01.
Yeah.
But it came out in 02. And by that time, Ruckus Records was on its last legs at that time.
Facts.
Hell, I would say Scarface the Untouchable is Mafioso to an extent.
That's a Mafioso album.
And that's an album I didn't even like when I first heard it.
Right.
It was just a weird album. Like I grew up on like the first 3 Scarface albums.
Right.
And I heard this one. It's just like, what the fuck is this Mary Jane? This whole Game Over shit. Like, he was just too laid back on the album. But now I love the album now.
Would you say Master P the Last Don is Mafioso?
I would say yes, that's Mafioso. I would even go as far as saying even Ghetto D to an extent is Mafioso to an extent.
Right.
But yeah, man. That's even the last great Master P album.
I remember that one. He had the movie with it and shit.
Yeah. Ooh, that movie is hilarious. Oh my God.
Crazy.
We got to do a top 5 funniest No Limit movies one day.
Oh Lord, all of them were funny. What you mean top 5? They all were funny. This nigga had money and he couldn't get like the best actors for his shit.
But you know what? I love the fact that he got rappers from the label to do roles like that because
but it wasn't good. Like getting Soccer and fucking Snoop can't act.
Yeah, of course it wasn't good, but notice how everyone started doing that shit right after, like Mobb Deep with the murder music.
That shit was bad too.
that Cameron
rappers started in their own films was not a good thing. That was not a good thing.
And don't even get me started on the Griselda movie back in the day.
They just had like the whole fucking Queensbridge projects in that movie, yo. Big Noid and Prodigy and Infamous Mob, they all can't act. I'm like, come on, man.
Fuck streaming. I can watch all them hood movies on YouTube.
Put that shit on YouTube, cool, man. And why YouTube even carrying that shit? Like, take that shit off of here.
No, don't leave that. That's history. That's just fucking history.
That's history.
That's history.
Nobody's gonna remember it.
Because think about it, that whole No Limit movement was y'all laugh at that movement, but Master P definitely put his whole hood on blast from the show. He put his whole crew on blast.
He was Tyler Perry before Tyler Perry.
Exactly. You laugh at it now, but it's Tyler Perry before Tyler Perry. But the thing that fucked up was that he wanted to do everything. The music kind of took a back seat and shit, because that's why Beats by the Pound left. Once Beats by the Pound left No Limit, that was the end right there.
Yeah.
Like the last great No Limit album was The Last Meal from Snoop.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And yeah, and let's talk about that. Master P taught Snoop about being a businessman. Snoop would still be paying off death row contracts and shit
He
like
would
that.
still be smoking a pound of weed and with no money.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah. That's the one thing I always respect Master P for.
Yeah.
Like, he's not the best rapper.
Deal.
You said what?
You got to deal with sketches of all sneaker companies. You got to deal with sketches. Like, sketches come out with Snoop Dogg sneakers and shit.
Hey. At that time, back in the 2000s, sketches was those shoes back in the day.
Crazy, man.
Q said, "What do you think about the TDE list?" I'm gonna look at that list at some point, though. Probably tonight or tomorrow.
What list is that?
Hip Hop DX ranking the 20 best TDE albums.
Oh wow. You know they got it wrong.
Oh yeah. I bet you number one's gonna be a Kendrick album. Watch.
Of course. Which one though?
I would say Good Kid, Mad City.
Mad City.
But yeah, that whole No Limit era, and then and that's why I always say No Limit over Cash Money. That's why I always say that shit. Like I like Cash Money, but let's keep it a buck. At that time, it was like BG and Juvenile. That was like the lyrical cats from that motherfucker. The tries frozen, I think.
Oh, no,
I thought you were frozen, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, you hear what I said?
What you said? You said something about No Limit. I
think your sound's off.
My sound is off? You hear me?
Oh, hold on. Oops. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, it was actually my sound. Oops. But yeah, I was saying that's why I kind of prefer No Limit over Cash Money, because Cash Money, it was like literally just Juvenile and BG.
Right.
That was like lyrical cats and shit. Right. And then even the production, they had that Magic School Bus production and some shit like that.
I'm the number one stunner.
Like, yeah, I like Manny Fresh, but I ain't gonna act like Manny Fresh had a lot of heat. Like, he got better as a 2000.
I couldn't listen to them at that point. I didn't listen to anything from them. I listened to one Big Time's album. Might have been the second one.
Oh man.
But I was not a fan of theirs until like Weezy dropped the Carter.
Yeah, man. I heard the first Big Time's album. That was it for me.
Yeah. I forgot which one. The one that had the I'm So Fly joint. Was that the second one?
I think that's the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I heard. My homeboy had the bootleg for that, and he came over with it and we were playing it. I'm like, yo, yeah, they had some joints on there though. But I don't like Birdman as a rapper. I don't think he could rap at all.
Me neither. Come on, Playboy. This nigga's supposed to send me information about this podcast. Well, I'm gonna stay on for like 5 more minutes. And I heard Fat Joe said something about Mike Tyson that he was broke. Fat Joe, I don't believe anything he's saying. Why is Fat Joe talking about that shit? Like, he always be saying
about another nigga pocket. So I don't understand that shit.
All these niggas be gossiping. Like, shut up, man. Just make some dope music and stop gossiping.
Q Malik be on that nigga ass every day. Every day. You go to Q Malik YouTube channel, he got a live stream about Fat Joe every fucking day. Like, he can't stand that nigga.
I don't know what's more funny, him or Cam, because when Cam be going at Ice Cube,
right?
I thought y'all and Cube squashed your beef and shit.
Right. I'm like, bro, give it up already, man. Like y'all been beefing for 20 years. Like, Big Pun is gone. Remy don't even do music no more. All the other members of Terror Squad are nowhere to be found. Like, this nigga be beefing with him every day.
And I hate to say it, that's the issue with Terror Squad. It's like they can't let the beef go. That's why a lot of their careers are stagnant.
It's like put out some
Like
fucking
Cuban
music.
Links.
You ain't drop an album in like how long? Put out some damn music already.
Like Cuban Links could have
Remy
been
need to
where,
drop some new music also.
like Cuban Links could be where Joel Ortiz is at this
Right.
point.
Yeah.
Cause I
You
like
said
that
really
24.
shit about him.
I like that 24K album. That shit's
I
fire.
did not
But
like that. That shit was out. Maybe because it was outdated now. Like back then it was fire, but like put out some music, bro.
yeah, man, like Def
Talk
Jam y'all could have got to deal with Def Jam or something.
You know what I mean?
But at that time it was hard for rappers to go independent at that time. Now these days rappers can go independent with like, hey,
that's why he need to put out some albums, man.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You talk about Fat Joe every day, like niggas is tired of hearing about that. You didn't pay Liza. You stole money from Pun's family, and come on.
Did he really do that shit? Let's just be real. Did he really steal money?
I do believe Fat Joe stole money from Big Pun's family. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't look out. Why doesn't he look after the family? Like young Christopher Rivers is highly underrated. He needs to be signed. He should have been signed to Terror Squad. You know what I'm saying? Like you made up with Remy when she was in prison, and then made a whole album with her. Like you can't do that with Big Pun Jr.
Maybe he just doesn't want them tagging on to his legacy. Maybe I don't know.
What I'm saying that's the legacy of Terror Squad right there. It's his son. You know what I'm saying? And I think the daughter did music too at one point, Star. So I'm like, but you just want to come out with his own shit. Tony Sunshine ain't drop an album in when? I don't even think he ever dropped the album. And he's down with Fat Joe again when they were on the outs. You know what I'm saying? Got rid of everybody else, Triple Sace and Prospect. You know what I mean? You don't fuck with Cuban Link. You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
I would love to see them reunite, like the OG Terror Squad members. As long as
Firm can reunite.
Pun is rolling in his grave because if he was here now, they would all be close as fuck. And he's rolling in his grave like they all beefing right now.
If Third Base and the Firm can reunite, then Terror Squad can.
Exactly. And P Rock and CL Smooth, them too.
I gave up hope.
CL need to come off his high horse because you ain't dropped shit in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? P Rock is not your investment. He needs to humble himself and go to Pete and be like, yo, I fucked up. My bad. I don't care if you got a gravel on your knees. We need to see a reunion for that group. That was the first concert I ever went to was Pete and CL. That was 92. This is 2024. And they still not talking since the 90s. That's crazy.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? So he gotta humble himself and just admit to people that you fucked up. I don't want to hear no stories about you and Trouble T Roy fighting because that nigga gone. He dead. You talking about the dead like they don't mean shit. Meanwhile, your biggest hit single was for that the dead man that you had to fight with. You know what I'm saying? Like get off of social media, humble yourself, and go to Pete and be like, yo, we gotta reunite. It's time. And at this point, I think he done alienated Pete to the point where he don't even want to fuck with that nigga no more. He's like, I'm good. I got Common. Just got nominated for a Grammy. I got Common coming out with other shit, like he don't need CL really. CL need him. But you never know because we saw. I never thought Third Base was gonna reunite, and that came out of nowhere. That means they was talking on the low and nobody knew about it. You know what I'm saying? So if MC Search and Prime Minister Pete Nice could reconcile, so can Pete and CL.
I agree. All right. Sam said Ludacris word of mouth or Nas is Stillmatic. Ooh, Stillmatic.
Stillmatic, man. Word of Mouth is one of my favorites though. That's one of my favorite Ludacris albums.
Same.
Definitely Stillmatic though. Stillmatic brought Nas back. That Jay-Z woke up the dragon when Stillmatic came out. Because he, after Nostradamus, we were having doubts about him. Like, yo, the golden child of Rakim, he fell off with Nostradamus. You know what I'm saying? So he woke him up with that album.
Right. I swear to God, these girls be racked and watch this video right now about these shit. Now let me ask you this: Nas is godson or Ludacris chicken beer?
I'm gonna go chicken beer.
Same.
Godson, I like some tracks, even though to me it was still a good album. I like certain tracks. There's some tracks I didn't care for, but Chicken and Beer might be Ludacris' best album.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And that album cover is hilarious too. He got like holding up the girl's foot with the salt or whatever. Yep.
Jesus Christ. I do not want to go to work tonight. Hell, I'm watching the Beef 3 right now and shit.
Yeah. Is that on streaming?
YouTube.
Or no?
The original streaming
It's on YouTube?
service. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this Wednesday with me, the Lincoln Park joint.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yep, for sure.
I'll get that shit later. You got any Thanksgiving plans? You staying in town or what?
Staying in town. Just gonna have dinner with the family.
That's what's up. Yeah. I think I'm at work that morning, and I'm gonna spend some time with my dad, and I might have Thanksgiving with my friend this year. Fuck it. I know my sister, brother-in-law, my mom are going out of town for this Thanksgiving.
Right. What happened?
Now, I was laughing at. Oh damn, this girl's bad. Hold on. I actually had a great conversation with this lady who was engaged and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And you said what?
No good.
Yeah, she was 28 and engaged to this nigga and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was telling me how I was saying how I was only ready to get married. I don't want to waste I want to make sure I'm established in my careers or my goals before I just get married and yada 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 and shit. She definitely understood that because she was telling me how a lot of motherfuckers that she dated act like children and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like motherfuckers act like children. You know, motherfuckers doing too much and shit. But and I just think about this generation because I just read about this 23-year-old who got married.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, girl, you're 23 years old. What the fuck? But
hey, well, you got older people that's married and they can't stay in their marriage.
Right.
For different reasons, you know. Now that their husbands beat them or they cheat on them and their marriage is in shambles.
Interesting.
You know.
I just texted you just now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. And then you got motherfuckers who pretty much marrying the high school sweethearts and stuff like. I'm sorry, but it's rarely I meet high school sweethearts who last in this day and age because I never had a high school sweetheart.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I had a couple, but they didn't last. You know, you have people that end up having high school sweethearts and then get married and they stuck in that marriage for a long time and can't get out of it. Then when they get out of it, they ain't got shit.
Right.
Your husband stole them out on the street. Their kids won't speak to them. It's fucked up.
Then what's worse? You're 42, looking 62.
Right.
Trying to sell your pussy. Trying to sell your pussy at a motel just so you can pay the rent and shit.
Facts. Not sell your pussy.
Hey, working at a hotel, you'll see a lot of things. Like, there was this one girl. She wasn't selling her pussy, but well, she had this annoying ass fucking kid.
Right.
She said this annoying ass fucking kid.
Oh no.
She wasn't ugly though, but
those are the worst.
You can tell she's aged.
I think that's why I didn't have kids, because I don't know if I got patience. I don't know if I got patience with that.
Yeah, because I was low-key going to spit some game to her, but then I saw that kid, I was like, "Ooh, no."
Yeah,
and it was a rambunctious kid.
I'm like, let me get close to the mom first before I start fucking with their kids.
Yeah,
you know.
I actually have a date this tomorrow.
Some bitches do it backwards. They want to get their kids close to the dude that they fucking, and then when the dude is out of their picture, the kid is wondering what happened to him.
Yeah.
Mommy, what happened to Ricky?
Are you my new daddy?
You know.
That's why you gotta be careful with some women with kids and shit. Now, granted, I'm not gonna. I went on I had a few girlfriends with girls with kids, women with kids.
Bro, it's like every woman now got kids. You know, it's just society now. So
because you're living in a day and age where babies making babies. Like how Ray J say, "Asses are getting taken, babies making babies."
Right. They're either married or they got kids, or they got both.
You know? I remember I thought I got a girl pregnant one time. I was like, oh shit.
Wow. There's a Red Junior running around somewhere?
No. What happened was she told me that she was pregnant. And I remember I had a situation with her a couple months before. So I had to ask her out of curiosity, how many months are you pregnant? So I had to do the math. Luckily, I missed the bullet though. I missed the bullet by a month and shit.
Yeah, I never went with a chick that was pregnant. That's some other shit. Oh man.
I mean, I wasn't messing around with her when she was pregnant. I waited till the baby was born until I messed around with her again.
Oh, you jumping in you. 9 months you waited for that ass. I hope it was worth it. Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do 9 months, bro. We gotta be in a pandemic. That's the only way
when I met her, she was 5 months pregnant because she needed my help with something.
And the last time I waited for some ass, we was in a pandemic. That was 4 years ago. So I don't think I'll ever do a wait like that ever again.
I mean, I was still getting ass in the pandemic. What you mean?
Yeah, but I knew chicks that were getting COVID. That's why I didn't fuck with them. There was one chick she had COVID like 3 different times.
Well, they were trying to tell you, oh, you can't have sex because of COVID. I was like, bitch, get the fuck out of my face.
Right. And meanwhile, there was a bunch of people getting pregnant during the pandemic. So
right.
You know.
Did you hear Ray J threaten the pastor? I'm tired of hearing about Ray J. I'm sorry.
Why do we mention Ray J? What has he done?
I want to have a conversation about something else.
Right. What has he done except for make Kim Kardashian famous and rich?
Assets being taken. But yeah, man, it's like, but honestly, man, it's like when I almost thought I had that girl pregnant, I had to say to myself like, yo, I gotta. Cause I always keep a condom in my wallet, but I rarely use that condom. That's the crazy thing. I had that same condom there for like 2 years and shit. Oh Lord. It's still in good condition. It's still in good condition though.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I have a trick not to get a girl pregnant. I definitely have a trick.
You have a trick?
Yeah, not to get a girl pregnant.
If you ain't pulling out, then what's the trick?
Get a girl with the tubes tied.
That'll work. Definitely.
Always get a girl who went through menopause and had the tubes tied and shit.
I know all about that. That'll definitely work. Yep.
Why do you think I always did a lot of older women who don't want no kids and shit?
Yeah, that'll work for sure.
And then they always tell me this is how they always test you. It's like, do you want children? And I always tell them one day, but I want to make sure I'm ready.
That's like the test they give you when they first.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I can't have no kids because I had that surgery. My tubes got burnt, but the surgery not 100%.
Bro,
I
remember I was dealing with this lady who was 50 years old who never had kids and shit. Boy, best pussy ever.
Yeah. I mean,
but on the real though, she couldn't have kids because she had a medical condition though. But
yeah.
Honestly, I was like, oh, that's so bad. I'm sorry. Like, no, that's not funny. That's not funny. But yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Or, but I never liked to fuck a girl after I met a girl at the club. Honestly,
really?
Sometimes I do. If I want to get some good head, maybe. But
right.
Girls in the club come to the club or parties for a reason and shit.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be with no chick that be at the club often, man. Like, I'm good.
Hey, I know lately. I mean, these past couple of months, I've been going to like the clubs and lounges and shit like that. I remember one time, this white girl invited me to this Latin night at this lounge up the street right after I got off work. And I was doing a tango. I was literally doing a tango with a white girl and some shit like that too. She had a thick ass though, but
thick ass white
she was
girl.
married. But she was married.
Of course she was. Wow, whoa. It's the way of the world now.
Right. She was married. But she at the same time, she was out with a mission and shit. I remember. I think her name was like I forgot her name, but it was some exotic kind of name.
Exotic name? A white girl with an exotic name.
Yeah, man. Like she had this tight green dress. I remember she had this green dress. She had blonde hair. She looks like she had a little bit of Botox here and there, but it wasn't noticeable and stuff like that. She had like these black high heels, fat ass, but yeah. I gotta be careful with these white women. I gotta be careful with them. But
you're gonna trap you.
These days, I don't hate white women as much as I did back in the day.
Oh, wow. Be real with you. So we're not gonna get another one of those rants. I hate all white people and shit.
If a white person pisses me off, but at the same time, I don't like to spew hate like that no more. Cause I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. Some white women I do find attractive. Some white women, but black women. But black women are just my go-to, to be real.
I love black and Latino. You already know how I get down.
Latino women hit or miss. Yeah. I'll take an Asian woman in our Latino.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Q said, "What if women had plastic surgery because these days there's a bunch of women." I mean, I don't have an issue with plastic surgery and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I don't want no plastic. I don't want plastic surgery. I can tell it's plastic surgery, you know. But a lot of things happen. Like they might be an accident. They might have a medical issue. You never know. So that's why I don't want to like judge that shit right away.
They crazy. I got one now texting me, talking about she done, but she still texting me though. So are you done? If you done with somebody, why the fuck you texting me? Come on, Miss Mari, get it together. You know.
Oh damn. Calling out names now, huh?
Hey, I'm just saying, you done with me, but you texting me during the live at that.
Wow. That's on you, man.
Hey, I'm just me. Like, what the fuck? You know, either you here or you not. Like, don't be wishy-washy on a nigga.
Yeah, man. But that's why I like to go into different states, man. That's why I like going to different locations. Not just for women though, just for different experiences. Because North Carolina women are weird. They're just very weird, man. Like, especially them, the girls from the Ville, the Rocky Mountain show. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Like there was this one fucking girl I was trying to talk to. Mind you, Me and her, we had this like thing. It was back in college days. I finally got a contact. Right, she gonna hit me up talking about, can you take me to Cookout? Mind you, I didn't even have a car at this time. I'm like, I ain't gonna call no fucking. Mind you, this is a restaurant that will get mad packed at like midnight, 1 a.m. And then that money would be fucking on me and shit. Cause then that Uber would wait for God knows how long and shit. Nah, fuck that shit. We didn't even have sex yet. Nah, fuck that. Have you ever been to the Brazil or Bahamas? Never been to.
I've been to Bahamas. Definitely nice place. I want to go to Brazil.
I love Brazilian women. That's what.
And they got a great soccer team.
I don't care about the soccer. I mean, salute to the soccer team, but the women is the best thing about Brazil.
And the weather.
The women is the best thing about Brazil.
And the beaches.
The women is the best thing about Brazil. Yo, niggas really mad at me because I said share my world is better than what's the 411 in my life. Niggas really mad at me when I said that.
Wow, you think so?
Yeah, I've been said
my world is better than the first two?
I feel like 411 was better than my life, but share my world is better than those first two.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
I want you to bring that up when Jalen is on with us.
Okay.
Let's hear what he thinks.
Cause I said I love like those first 5 Mary J. Blige albums. Those are my favorites. But niggas act like My Life is our only album just because she was going through depression and Casey and drugs.
Right.
I'm just like, y'all just want to see Mary J. Blige have a nervous breakdown. This is a fucking admit.
You want to see nervous breakdown? I want to see and give us another classic album. Because she made her best shit when she was all fucked up on drugs and liquor. And
I disagree. I highly disagree.
What was her great album when she wasn't fucked up? The Breakthrough.
The Breakthrough.
Okay.
No More Drama.
Like the last one.
Hell, Growing Pains from 2007 was great.
I like that.
Oh,
I like some songs. I didn't like the whole album though.
That okay. I admit when I first heard it, I didn't like it when I first heard it too. But that kind of grew on me in years.
Right.
Hell, the new one.
The new one is fire. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah. The new one. I actually like the new one more than Good Morning Gorgeous. It's definitely some banging beats on the new one. I'm like, this is the Mary that I miss.
Right. These are the questions I like. Okay, Keith Sweat self-titled or Make It Last Forever? Ooh.
Make It Last Forever.
I gotta go with self-titled, dude.
Yeah, that self-titled one was great.
That's like the last man. One to me. I agree. But to me, Get Up On It is his best album.
That was a good one too.
That was Keith transitioning from the New Jack Swing into some erotic contemporary R&B. And then he had Cut Close. Ooh, yes. I want to see Cut Close February. I was supposed to have seen them in December, but they pushed that concept back and shit. Fuck.
Right.
And I'm gonna meet them, and I'm gonna get them to sign my Cut Close album and shit, just for fuck's sake. I never had an autograph before, but
really,
yeah, cause I always thought autographs. Well, actually, no, scratch that. Bernadette Standers, who played Velma from Good Times, she did autograph something for me. I mostly like to take pictures with celebrities, fucking autograph and shit. Give me a picture. Cause niggas can make up niggas can think, oh, you just made up that autograph and shit. Nah, nigga. I want to actually meet the motherfucker.
You just
take a picture with him.
Right. That's wild.
But yeah, Keith Sweat from 87 to 96, man, he was untouchable.
Definitely.
But I didn't care for the keep on moving out from 91 like that. It was okay, but a bit too New Jack. Yeah, it was a bit too New Jack. I'm just like, and then Keith was trying to dance that time too. I'm just, oh no. Keith was trying to dance that time. He had that one video. I forgot the song. Oh my god. I'm just like, no, Keith, no, please,
no, Keith.
I don't know what was up with these R&B cats. I'll be sure. Keith Sweat trying to dance after like the second or third album. I don't know what was going on with that shit. They were trying to be like Bobby Brown so bad.
Right. No, Keith. That's not you.
Matter of fact, Ashley just texted me and shit. Hold on, let me ask her. Yeah. I'm gonna ask her if she remember when Keith Sweat was trying to dance. Shout out to Ashley, by the way.
Yes.
There was another cat too that was trying to okay, well, guy, they were actually dope dancers. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
But there was another. Oh fuck, Elder Barge. I think
Elder
Elder Barge was
Barge.
trying to dance at some point.
Oh yeah, we tried.
Oh my god, man! I gotta pull up this video though. Hold on. But yeah, I don't know what was up with these motherfuckers. After the second album, these motherfuckers were trying to dance, having New Jack Swing and dance and shit. Like, come on.
Oh
now.
yeah.
Stick to begging, stick to your singing ballads and shit.
Right. How dare you?
I will never do anything to hurt you. I'll give all my love to you. That's what you should stick to that. Don't be like no Bobby Brown.
Right.
I'll be sure. Oh, he was the worst. Oh my, that whole second album was trash.
Yeah. Terrible.
Q said, "What about Hawaiian women?" I never really actually met plenty of girls from Hawaii. To be real with you,
I think they stay with their own kind.
They do. They be on some enchanting kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, lady. Oh shit. What was that video? Oh my god. I'm gonna drive myself crazy trying to find that. But fuck it. Yeah, but I miss when motherfucker. I miss when R&B had them crooners and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Make you sweat video. That's the one. Okay.
Make you sweat.
Yeah. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
All right.
When I tell you, you're gonna laugh. Oh, Gerald Levert too. Oh, don't you get...
Right.
But Gerald Levert, he would mostly just roll on the fucking floor when he's performing live. I'm just like, your ass is too damn big to be doing.
Right? How you get back up? Yeah.
Because when it comes to Levert, I like the first album, but everything after the first one was kind of hit or miss for me.
Right.
But Gerald Levert, he was always a dope producer and songwriter and shit. Like he did Practice What You Preach for Barry White. That's my joint though.
Yes.
Subway and 702. The game we play hide and seek. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's the only song I like from 702 to be real.
That's the only song.
Well, one of the few songs. I like Stilo, but I've never really been the biggest 702. Yeah. There was too many R&B groups that had like 3 letters, 3 numbers. Mm-hmm. And I just SWV, TLC, 3LW, IMX. It's like they just had 3 letters, 3 numbers, and some shit like that. It's like you can't keep up with that shit.
Facts.
All right. Sam said, "Teddy Pendergrass, you can't hide. You can't hide from yourself, or I don't love you anymore. Definitely, I don't love you anymore.
This little game we play."
Teddy P. Looks like another love TKO.
Yes. Teddy P.
I think I got all his albums before the accident.
I got the good ones. Just the first one.
Before the accident.
Yes, after was it Joy?
I love Joy.
Accident took his talents as well.
Yeah, because it messed up his vocal cords too. Not a lot of people know that.
Right.
Mind you, he had 2 accidents. That's the crazy thing.
He had 2 accidents?
Yeah, the second accident happened like 87, 88.
Oh wow.
But yeah, man, and I hate to say it though, because like I try to give Love Language a chance, but it was not even just the vocal, it was just the production. They went for that more synth 80s post Thriller, post Purple Rain production. I was just like, this is not Teddy.
No. This is not Teddy. This is Teddy Riley.
Pretty much, yeah, man. Like, but when he came back with Joy, ooh. That was my fucking joint, though.
Joy.
Serenity. Oh my god. Come on. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
But the R&B group that I felt like carried themselves from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Right.
Because in the 80s, they were coming out with heat in the 80s and shit.
Yeah.
Save the Overtime for Me, Love Overboard, all that motherfucker. TT said, well, y'all mess with Devin the Dude album from 98. That was a dope album. I need to get my hands on that one. But it's not an album I usually go back to a lot, though, because Devin the Dude can be an acquired taste sometimes.
Right.
Q said, Pumps in the Bump, MC Hammer. I guess you're referring to Hawaiian Women or some shit like that.
Pumps in the Bump.
You talking about the video with the them Speedos and shit like that? Or
which one? Right? Because yeah, there's two different versions.
The first one where he was actually showing his hammer.
Right. Not that one.
The second video is always funny to me because he's trying to be gangster, but he's trying to dance at the same time. I'm just like, nigga, just dance already.
That's the one he was wearing like Atlanta Falcons football jersey.
Yeah. It was like he was trying to be hard and it was stiff dancing, but it was dope dancing at the same time.
That's the one Video Music Box had to play because like the one in the Speedos they wasn't fucking with.
Right. Sam said, I'm gonna answer a few more people that I get ready for work. Sam said, give me the reason, never too much. If you're referring to the album, give me the reason. That's actually my favorite Luther Vandross album.
Never Too Much, man. Classic.
Never Too Much was dope too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with 80s Luther. You can't go wrong. Except for this third album, the
Busybody? That was shit.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all can keep that. Y'all keep
Hell no.
That was that post thriller.
Yeah.
Honestly, Luther's 90s material is not as bad as I thought it was when I first heard it. Because I actually liked the Power of Love album.
That was
the joint from 98 was dope. The Covers album, the Songs album. Ooh.
That was good.
If you're
a detective on that album cover.
Motherfucker looked like Billy D. Williams from Lady Sings the Blues or some shit. Oh shit, boy. Yeah. Q said, "What about Stevie Wonder? He was still. Oh, Stevie Wonder in the '80s was fire. Yeah. Hotter Than July.
Oh yeah.
In Square Circle, Characters. The original Musicarium compilation with That Girl, Do I Do? Oh, don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Only thing I didn't care for was the Woman in Red soundtrack. I didn't care for that. I never liked that. I just called to say I love you track.
They got a HBO got a documentary coming out about yacht rock.
Really? Oh wow.
They have the trailer out on YouTube.
Send it to me. I want to talk about that because y'all motherfuckers sleep on yacht rock.
Yeah.
Like you might Kenny Loggins, Michael McDonald's, like Christopher Cross. Give me all them niggas.
Yep.
Hell, Doobie Brothers. Motherfucking. I just don't like the title Yacht Rock because
Yacht Rock.
10cc. Yo, what y'all know about them motherfuckers, man?
Yeah.
And then some of the best samples come from Yacht Rock too.
Right. We might have to do a review on that one.
Please. Cause I'm a boom bap motherfucker. I'm a jazz motherfucker, but give me some Yacht Rock, nigga. I'm out of here.
Hey, you got a tournament coming up tonight.
He said what?
That's at 9.
Who?
Was that taped? Was that taped already?
I don't got no tournament coming up.
That's what it says here on Lashia's channel.
Let me see. Hold on.
It's Reg against Miss Angie Styles. Oh no, that's the 19th. The 19th is tomorrow. My bad, it's tomorrow. Is that 9 p.m. tomorrow?
I got a tournament, bro.
Yeah, that's what she put in.
Cause I know I was supposed to have gone to one, but I had an emergency. But
so
let me
you didn't record nothing?
I recorded. Oh, yeah. That was a recorded one I did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's tomorrow at 9 p.m. on her channel. Miss Angie Styles look good though.
I remember. Oh yeah, now I remember.
From the picture I'm seeing, she looked good from the picture. I ain't see what she looked like on the video. So
no, she's pretty. She's very pretty. Yeah.
Who won that?
You have to watch because I don't want to spoil it for
you. Won. I know you won.
You're gonna have to watch. You're gonna have to watch.
Oh man.
TT said, "What album is the one with Gotta Stop to Love?" That's Give Me the Reason, if I'm not mistaken. Gotta stop to love and let's celebrate. That's my joint though. That was when Luther was in that car and stuff like that outside. Yeah. That was Skinny Luther too. That wait to love. That was always my joint too. Mm-hmm. I remember when he did that shit on Soul Train. That was classic, man. Yeah, 80s Luther, man. Oh my god, that was my whole child. I even got the fucking 1989 compilation with Here and Now. Oh,
right.
I had to get that. Well, actually, no, my dad got that, but still. Yeah, that's true R&B right there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The same way how white people love Pavarotti, Luciano Pavarotti, that's how black people love about Luther Vandross and shit. Yeah. Sam said, "Dance with My Father" is underrated. I love that album, but it's a bittersweet album because Luther Vandross was still holding on to shit. That's one of the few things that Clive Davis got right when he got Luther on the rest of. One of the few things he got right at that time.
Thanks.
I was like, you don't fuck up Luther, nigga. Like, you don't fuck.
Don't fuck that up.
All right. I mean, there's a few more people.
We're showing going live tonight at 9:30.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that's dope.
I love the reviews he be doing and shit. Him and Mike be killing it.
Oh yeah, they doing it.
Yeah. All right. Fire. Yep. Is Joyful Noise worth checking out? Is that movie with Dolly Parton or some shit?
I have no idea. Oh, look who it is, Miss Mari.
Okay. Yeah. So what artists from the 80s that you could think that was putting out hits in the 2000s? Because that's easy. I can list a lot. Janet Jackson, of course. Whitney Houston, Tina Marie. She has some heat in the 2000s. Prince, Charlie Wilson. Simply Red was still putting out some joints around that time too. Yep. Earth, Wind and Fire came out with some great shit in the 2000s though, but
did they?
That's like but a lot of diehard fans. That's mostly a lot of diehard fans and shit. But
cool.
A lot of artists,
nothing good.
Well, they didn't put anything good since '81. To me, in my opinion,
I would say '85, but that's just me.
I mean, everybody was sampling their shit, so they were still getting money either way.
They were chilling.
Yeah, Prince, of course, which we're going to be talking about that. You know what I'm saying? That I was just telling Try that Rainbow Children review was hilarious.
You not like that album.
1 + 1 + 1 = 3.
We can count, Prince. I went to school. We can count.
I'm just gonna tell y'all motherfuckers, if y'all want to go to musicology, wait until the week after next week, because we still got one out alone we got to do. Shit.
When he has a lot more trash coming. Man.
Everlast. That's what people just call that a Jehovah's Witness album.
Oh shit!
But the reason why I really wanted to do these reviews because I hate when niggas say, "Oh, his music became trash when he became a Jehovah's Witness," and some shit like that. I'm just like, y'all really missing the picture.
Exactly. It's like it don't matter. It don't matter what religion he is. As long as the music is good, he could be a monk for all I care.
He can be a Muslim.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he could be a Muslim. It wouldn't matter as long as the music is fire.
That word is always funny to Muslim. It's a Jackson 5 album Motown release like right after. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I never actually heard that joint, to be real with you. But a lot of the unreleased Jackson 5 stuff that Motown released, I can see why it was unreleased. I'm gonna be real with you. Because that Farewell My Summer Love, I did not like that shit. I'm just like, y'all trying to capitalize on Thriller and all that shit. But I'm grateful because if Michael would have dropped Thriller on Motown, it wouldn't have ended up the way it did. To be real with you,
You think so?
maybe. Well, you never know. Because I mean, well, because Quincy never really did a lot of shit with Motown records like that, and Quincy's like a nigga who wants creative control over everything. Feel very Gordy wants to put his 2 cents. This is the same motherfucker that almost did not release Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On" and shit. He said, "Marvin, this is too serious. I want music like the Temptations, the Supremes, and what's all this Vietnam War shit?" Mind you, Berry Gordy almost didn't release the, if I'm not mistaken, the cover version. Diana Ross's "Ain't No Mountain High Enough" too, if I'm not mistaken. So you never know. They can be like, "Oh, we don't want to release Billie Jean as a single. Release Baby Be Mine or some shit." Which Baby Be Mine is a fire joint. I love that joint.
It's a great song.
I don't know what the fuck Joe Budden said when he said Thriller was trash. I don't know what the fuck he said.
That nigga was on crack again.
So Pump It Up. So you expect to listen to Pump It Up 24/7 and shit.
That album was crap.
Yeah, but I'm gonna end this off right here. It's already 8:30 and shit. But so yeah, this was a fun ass review. In case you guys didn't know, we were talking about Cypress Hill IV. I think this album is still in print. I think so.
Oh,
is that a print?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Never mind. But yeah.
But I think I have a remastered version of it though. Like the album cover's greener.
Yeah.
So
I know CD is out of print then. Okay.
Yeah.
Because CDs are non-existent anymore. So that's that. So Wednesday at 6 p.m. we're gonna do our review on Linkin Park's Miura album, which I really cannot wait to talk about because that's actually my favorite Linkin Park album.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to have done a review on their new album this week, but at the same time, I'm gonna be very busy this week.
I already wrote my notes for it, so I heard it. We're gonna talk about it at some point.
He had to throw it out.
I had to hear it because it's one of my favorite groups. So, I mean,
you won this early when we did the A-Ball and MJG notes.
So sometimes I'll be doing that review like the hour before we go live because I'm like, yo, if it's not nothing I'm in, you know what I mean? If I'm not fully invested in the damn album, then
I know sometimes I'll be trying to do my reviews about work though, but other times I'll be trying to do my reviews I'm driving, but I can't be doing that no more.
And I wrote my thoughts on the new Mary album because I heard both of them back to back on Friday. So
okay,
I'm ready.
You're ready. I see. I see. All right, let me pull up my notes, the schedule. So yeah, that's gonna be Wednesday at 6 p.m. Right. Oh, I just got the link you sent me. By the way, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Did you see the taxi video I sent you?
I did. What was that about? Like, were they going together?
No. That was pretty much Bobby. Alex telling Bobby that he feels like his acting was not that good. That he tried to make it seem like he's going to throw him out, but he actually was acting and shit because it had a lot of heart in it.
Right.
I know that's your favorite show, so I had to show you some love.
A lot of these people.
There will never be a show like Taxi, B.
Yeah. I can name a couple that was better than Taxi.
like what?
As far as sitcoms?
Yeah.
Come on now. Are you kidding me? The Cosby Show, Different World, Full House, Family Matters.
Full House? Hell no.
Perfect Stranger.
Hell no.
Yeah, come on now.
Taxi shits all over all them shows. I love Cosby in Different World.
No.
That's the greatest sitcom ever.
No.
And mind you, Cosby Show.
Everybody loves Raymond. I like that better than Taxi.
I thought you didn't like Raymond.
I like the show. I don't care for his stand-up shit, but I like his show.
Yeah, his stand-up can be repetitive sometimes.
Yeah. Married with Children. Okay. Come on, Married with Children. You like that better than Married with Children?
all those shows are Married with Children, Cosby Show, different. They're all in my top 20.
Mm-hmm.
But Taxi has something different. Taxi has that edge.
What's the edge?
He said, "Well, it was very cynical, and it was talking about motherfuckers reaching the dream, but at the same time, it's like they have to go through all these trials and tribulations. This tax, it's like you have to watch it from the first.
It was
episode.
like watching a dramedy. It was, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like
your
typical sitcom. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Martin, Living Single. Come on,
all great shows. Yeah, all great shows.
I ain't fucking with Taxi like that. The best thing about that was the theme song. That sad shit.
That theme song was fire.
Yeah, it is.
Souls
of Mischief used it for Cab Fear. Love it.
Yeah.
That's the release track by Souls of Mischief.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, there's certain shows I would say that's funnier than Taxi. I'll give you that. If I want to laugh more, I would watch Married with Children, Martin over Taxi.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's what I said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But if I want to appreciate the art form, sometimes I'll watch Taxi.
The art form.
Taxi, the All in the Families,
the
Different Worlds and shit. Because Different Worlds, fire. I love Different Worlds.
Oh yeah.
That's hell. Everybody Loves Raymond. That always makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But Taxi had more of like a black comedy edge. I like black comedy.
It did.
And shit. Yeah.
But was there any blacks on that show? I don't remember.
There was. There was blacks. Yes, there was.
Who was the blackie?
Louis' assistant Jeff. He was a black guy on the show.
Don't remember.
Because you didn't watch Taxi like that.
I don't. Just as well. One token black guy.
Let me just say this: Taxi ran so Cheers can walk.
I didn't like Cheers either, so
I know you don't like Cheers because I know you don't like Cheers. But you like 2 episodes.
That I didn't watch.
You like 2 episodes and shit. But yeah, just because I'm black, I don't have to regulate myself to black sitcoms and shit.
No, well, I mean, there's white sitcoms that I love, but it was like those didn't do.
Believe it or not, one white show I recently liked. I like Growing Pains. Believe it or not.
Oh, Growing Pains is okay. I didn't watch that album.
Yeah,
Once in the Blue.
Yeah, like Once in the Blue. But yeah, perfect. You mentioned Perfect Strangers. That's a classic show.
My grandmother loved Balky, so I used to watch it with her. You know?
To me, Balky was way the best. Yeah. Bronson, what's his name? Bronson Prickart, whatever his name is. Pinchot. Yeah.
Look at you, still fucking up people's names. You've been on here for a whole decade. You're still fucking up people's names.
You know what's another show?
Meteora. It's Meteora. That's what we doing Wednesday.
That's what I said.
No, you said something else. I don't know what you said.
But I know, like, the first couple of sitcom reviews we're gonna do in 2025. We're gonna start off with a lot of female-based sitcoms, like Lucy, Golden Girls.
Oh, that's my shit. Come on now, I love Lucy, Golden Girls.
Mary Tyler Moore Show. Yeah, Mary Tyler Moore Show. It's gonna be the age of the women and stuff like that. Okay. I might even do Murphy Brown. I might.
Oh, I didn't watch Murphy Brown. No.
Awesome. See,
didn't watch it.
You had.
No. You was on the hot streak until you mentioned Murphy Brown.
Yeah. Okay. Them first 4 joints on the hot streak. I'm gonna probably start off with Golden Girls. I'm gonna kick it off with Golden Girls.
Okay.
For 2025.
Yeah.
But I do want to also talk about Def Comedy Jam.
Oh yes.
Yes. Absolutely. That might be the first video for 2025.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like
I'm starting off good. Yeah.
Best of.
You said what?
Like how we doing that one? Like best comics on it or?
Well, I was just going to do like a retrospective, and we can just do our favorite stand-up bits and shit too.
Okay. Cool.
Dart said Dick Van Dyke Show. That's a classic. That's another classic.
I wasn't into him like that. Dick Van Dyke. Wasn't he? He was on 8 Is Enough also, right?
No, that was John Ritter.
8 Is Enough.
No, that was Dick Van Patten. That was Dick Van Patten, not Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, I didn't watch Dick Van Dyke Show.
Man, but you like Full House though, right?
Yeah, because he was Full House. What do you mean? What you talking?
But Dick Van Dyke Show was classic comedy right there.
Some I missed, but I didn't watch everything that was out.
Okay, I respect that. Just,
all
right. Speaking of sitcoms and shit, next week is gonna be our WKRP in Cincinnati retrospective, and shit.
I know why you looking at me like that, yo. I already know.
What the fuck? What the fuck I do?
Because you know I don't care for those shows like that. Like those are shows I watch once in the blue.
You said you watched a few.
I watched it once in a blue. You know, like maybe every other month. Once in the blue, not all the time when it was on. Once in the blue. Once in the blue. So I might not even have any favorite episodes. I gotta like go back and see if they even have it on streaming. Do Tubi have it?
It's on all the episodes on YouTube.
Do Tubi have it? Because Tubi have all those shows.
Nah, it's on all on YouTube. I even got the complete series too. I can send you.
You got like a whole DVD collection of all these damn shows that I didn't like. Murphy Brown and Designing Women and all that other shit he was watching.
Nah, I don't like Designing Women.
Like
nah, that's the Golden Girls ripoff.
A show you don't like? Wow.
There's plenty of shows I don't like and shit.
What show you don't like? What's a popular show that we like that you don't like?
I don't like Alf.
Alpha was okay. I mean, Alpha was like a novelty thing. Like you didn't.
I don't like My Wife and Kids.
I didn't. I watched that like in syndication after it went off the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't like Leave It to Beaver.
I didn't like that.
I don't like
Mr. Ed. Did you like that?
I'm not gonna hold you. That makes me laugh unintentionally.
I didn't like it.
Just the ludicrous of a talking horse.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Shit like that.
It's black and white, and you got a talking horse, which made no damn sense.
There's plenty of shows I don't fuck with, but Hazel, I never cared for Hazel.
Never saw it. Who was in
it? Some white people.
Some white people? Yeah. Okay, that narrows it down. Some white people.
One-on-one.
I never watched it.
I mean, I like Full House, but I like later seasons Full House though when they got older. Yeah. Dartmouth said, "Why use no?" This nigga cannot type. Why do you
even read his shit though? I don't even read his shit. Why even read it?
I like What's Happening. What's Happening Now is hit or miss.
I didn't like that one. The Now one, I didn't like that one. They were better when they were younger. You know, like when you look at a Brady Bunch when they were older, it was not the same. Like when
I hate it.
Yeah, it's not the same.
The only good thing about What's Happening Now was Anne Marie Johnson, her sexy ass as Nadine, but even her character got annoying after a while. But it was just like I don't know. Oh, I don't like Give Me a Break like that. That's another show I don't care for.
Give Me a Break with Nell Carter.
Yeah, I mean,
I was too young when that came out, so I don't even remember those shows.
I like Nell Carter. It's just a show kind of pisses me off.
I just remember she was fat and she was on TV. I don't remember no episodes on that. I haven't seen that since I was like 4 years old.
Different Strokes is hit or miss for me.
That's my joint. I love Different Strokes.
See, I used to love that when I was younger. When I grew up, I'm just like this whole assimilation, white man's burden, and isn't It's not even just that. I like the show, but then they got so very special. It's like once the Reaganomics came, when they got so very special episode heavy. Yeah. I'm just like, dude, I forget I'm watching a comedy.
Yeah,
it's like y'all rich. Y'all can't go through all these problems when y'all rich and shit. Come on. But one show I did like, believe it or not, I like Mr. Belvedere. I like that show.
Was good. Yeah, I watched that.
That butler was talking so much shit to that white family. I loved it.
And they turned it into liquor. You know.
Dart said, "You Newhart, Who's the Boss, and Family Ties." I like Newhart. Who's the Boss is okay. Family Ties, I love.
Family Ties is my favorite. One of my favorites. Yeah. Who's the Boss? I didn't watch it.
I like Who's the Boss because of that sexy ass Judith Light. That's
Lord. Judith Light. I thought you were gonna say Samantha. Judith Light.
Nah.
Holy shit.
Alyssa Milano's cute, but I can't look at a girl when she's young. I can't.
Well, not when she's young. I mean, of course, when she was on Charm, she.
Yeah, but still, it's like if I watch a sitcom and I see the girl growing up, I was like, I can't. I gotta see something in her strictly as an adult.
So did you feel like that when Tootie was all grown up?
Well, see, that's different.
Oh, that's different.
She was over 18 at a certain point.
What about Laura?
I never really thought Laura was that I was more into
You know
Myra.
what? Laura looked better with the short haircut. When she had the short haircut and she was grown, she looked sexier.
I agree. I heard a story where Jaleel White was talking about how Kelly, Cheyenne Williams, who played Laura, gave me that short haircut, and the TGI people were like, the ABC people were like, ooh. It's like, girl, like, now they say because they realized that she was growing up and shit like that. They were joking about that hairstyle and shit. But
right. She had that Monica cut.
Yeah. But see, it's like when I watch a show, right? And let's just say I'm watching the Brady Bunch. People say Marsha was so sexy and all that. It's like,
she was,
dude. It's like,
I didn't think none of that show.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to think about that shit when I'm watching somebody growing up on our screens and shit.
Marsha and Cindy.
With the Cosby Show was difficult. Lisa Bonet was old enough and shit like that.
She was already.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Plus, you know me, I was always looking at the moms besides the daughters and shit. You know how I get.
Yeah, Claire was sexy.
Oh yeah, Claire. Like sexy moms and sitcom, like the mom from Growing Pains and shit. Claire.
The mom from Growing Pains. I don't remember. Who's the mom?
I'll send you a picture or some shit. But
I remember the sister. That was wasn't that
Tracy Gold.
Tracy Gold, right. I remember the sister.
She was cool, but at the same time, she started on the show young too. I don't want to look at her like I don't want to think of her like that. You know?
Yeah, Claire was gorgeous.
Yeah, man. Hell, the Fresh Prince is different because Karen Parsons was over 18 when she started on the show. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good with that shit.
Hillary.
Yeah, but unless if the actress is playing a teen and she's over 18, then okay.
Like Shorty from Beverly Hills 90210, the one that played Gabrielle.
Yeah,
he was like playing on that show.
And any role Sanaa Lathan played and shit. To be real with you,
Sanaa Lathan is gorgeous. Definitely.
Fuck yeah.
She's like 50 years old now.
She's still playing teenagers.
I'll play you for my heart.
Okay. We don't need to go there. But yeah, man, it's like
I'll do a slam dunk on you to walk down the aisle.
Stupid ass movie. But yeah, man, it's like I was just built differently and shit like that. I was just built different. Like certain people I find sexy.
Betty, really? We really talk about that?
No, for Betty got it more going on than Wilma, low key.
What you mean? Wilma was a dedicated mom to Pebbles and Dino.
What you mean? What was Betty to Bam Bam? Fucking chopped liver and shit?
I mean, yeah, but Betty was like second fiddle to Wilma.
Nah, Betty had that edge towards the shit.
What edge?
Betty could get it. Betty, you can tell Betty your boy be having some wild sex and shit.
Get the fuck out of here! How you can tell that?
You know,
I will never look at the Flintstones the same again, thanks to you.
Fred and Wilma never really had sex like that. You know,
Wilma looked like she was a freak, but Fred wasn't into it.
Nah, Fred low-key was a freak and shit.
You think so?
Fred was a freak and shit, low-key.
Oh, dude.
I mean, they don't call the city Bedrock for no reason and shit. I mean, why do you think that population was always booming and shit?
That's what we're gonna call. We're gonna call sex that from now on. Some Bedrock.
Nah, but if you really think about it, Bam Bam was a crack baby because they just left the baby on the doorstep.
We just smashing everything.
If you think about it, Bam Bam was a crack baby and shit.
You smashing everything.
They just dropped. Nah, man. But yeah, man. What was I about to say? What were we fucking talking about?
We were talking about Betty being a freak.
Yeah, Betty. Hell, Judy Jetson was more of a freak than Betty. I can tell that.
Jetson, right? She looked like one.
Why do you think she's always taking the motherfucker's wallet? She's going out to the clubs and shit. She getting down with Mr. Spacely and shit.
Judy was a club thought. She was out in them club streets.
Shit. I'm telling you, they be going to them fucking parties and shit where Bugs Bunny be dressing up in drag and shit.
Oh no.
Yo, I've seen motherfuckers talk about they would smash Bugs Bunny in drag. I was like, y'all motherfuckers are sick in the head, nigga.
Wow.
Y'all motherfuckers are sick in the fucking head.
Smashing a rabbit is wild. Yeah.
Oh shit, boy. Nah, but you know, hell, you know, there's plenty of cartoons I feel like can get down and shit like that. I feel freaking what's that cartoon back in the day? Captain Planet. You can tell Captain Planet. You can tell Captain Planet be doing more than just saving the world and shit.
Captain Planet. I didn't like that shit at all.
That shit was ass.
That's when they were forcing like that recycling and global warming down our throat and shit. Fuck that.
You think I'm gonna take this nigga seriously? He just walks around naked all fucking day and shit.
Right. He got like a shag kind of hairdo and shit.
Right. I'm like, hell no, this nigga's suspect already and shit. Fuck that.
Right.
Nah, them Smurfs though. That them Smurfs be having orgies on the low. Them Smurfette and Papa Smurf, they be the head of they be the head of the sex ring. That's where Diddy gets it from.
That old man look like Santa Claus.
You could tell. I feel like Papa Smurf was based on Clive Davis or some shit. Oh shit. Anyway, but yeah, man. Let me see. I said I was gonna leave like an hour ago. And I'm still here, but fuck it. Anything you want to say before we head out?
Nope. All
right.
You might catch me on a panel or two this week on Instagram or something.
All right, bet. All right. Well, other than that, hope you all have a very wonderful day. I will see y'all motherfuckers on Wednesday. Peace.